Gonna be taking a little dabble. Gonna be dipping my toe, dipping my little twinkled toes into Dune Awakening again for a little while. Maybe check out some of the new stuff that they've put in. I don't know if we'll get there, but I'm kind of just gonna dip my toe in a little bit to Dune Awakening after not playing it basically since sometime last year. I can't tell you exactly when. I think I may have logged in to like check some fuel cells or something and just like repower my base, but I've logged out long enough now that I've basically lost everything. I've lost all my resources that I had stored in my base. I've lost my base. It's just basically me and whatever I had on my back now. I think it's just that's all I've got. But then I've also seen that some of my org mates have also still got all their stuff, so they've obviously kept up with it and been taxing their buildings and replacing their fuel cells, but I didn't. I just kind of let it all lapse, and now I'm basically just homeless. But the good news is, from what I've seen, is the developers have given everybody like a supply pack. They've basically given everybody a bunch of like resources they can claim to help get them back on their feet. So I might take advantage of some of that today as well, and just sort of get the music down a little bit. Might take advantage of that and do a little bit of building, possibly reacquaint myself with the building. Also might be using some of the new Smuggler set. Since I am a Funcom partner, I do get access to the new content. So it's technically a sponsored stream by Funcom because they give me all the stuff to play with. So yeah, I might be checking out some of that. But really what I want to do is kind of get in, like I said, dip my toe in, get a feel for how the server is. I'm going to fly over the Hager Basin and see like how many bases have gone and how many bases are missing now. How many other people have stopped playing and kind of lost all their stuff. I'm going to take a look at like the server list as well, see how busy it is. And then jump in and play a little bit, hopefully. Hey guys, welcome in, welcome. McD, Derry Nort, Fry Lover, hello. Kroot, first in the chat, very good. Mr. Slickers, how's it going? Good to see you. Running, how are you, buddy? Zoit, how are you doing, man? I'm doing amazing. I'm getting promoted to director where I work. Oh my god, Clovis. Do they know you play Star Citizen? That seems like a bad decision for somebody who plays Star Citizen. You're already making bad choices. Congratulations, Clovis. Well done, man. McD, what's up, man? Your base disintegrated. Yeah, same happened to me, says Zoid. Yeah, I've lost everything. HTK, how's it going? Good evening. Phineas, hello, sir. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Cyborg, hello, dude. 07, it's good to see you. Pilgrim, what's up, dude? We're also going to check out the trailer for the latest content, just to kind of remind myself exactly what they've added. Trailer for the Raiders of the Broken Lands DLC, and Jesus.
One os. 60.
That's all of them. Jake, thank you for the 59 months. Big meat. Thanks, dude. Welcome back. How's it going? Good thing you'll get a bunch of materials to restart. Yes, you do. You get given a bunch of materials, which I did see, and I did panic a little bit because I had nowhere to store them all. But if you go to the menu and click Claim Reward, you can keep claiming the stuff that you can't fit in your inventory. So yeah, I mean, that's the plan for today. What else was I going to do? What else did I want to do? I'm playing in 4K now as well. I haven't played this game in 4K. I've jumped in, I've set some of the settings up. Looks great. Looks great in 4K because we got 4K, the 4K monitor last year, but again, haven't played Dune Awakening since before that. So it's been kind of cool to see the game in 4K. What's up, Mod? Dune the Shillening? Shillening? What do you mean? DD just doesn't feel like nobody is around anymore. I'm not surprised, Siege. I'm gonna kind of like get a feel for how quiet it is, but Who knows? Make sure your house is fireproof, Detox. Why? Although did June yesterday and literally had nothing to my name. Yeah, Lord. I'm the same. So, yeah, I'm going to quickly take a look at the Raiders of the Broken Lands DLC trailer to remind myself what they've added since we last played. I know they've added a lot more in the patch notes. They've made some quality of life changes. They've changed quite a few different things. But this will give us like at least a base level. Hey, Bellatar. How you doing, dude? Tomato M. Good evening. When you get that hot new rig, the house doesn't go up in flames. Oh, you saw my post, Pilgrim? Yeah, tell me about it. Hey, Cowbell, what's up, dude? 3 days in a row. I'm sick. Entertain me, sir. Oh, are you? Oh, I hope you get better, man. What you got? What's got you feeling so sick? I'm afraid to go back into June since I got nothing. Well, I have nothing to my name either, Nova. You'll see. Like, I've got to remind myself how to play the damn game. I feel like a total noob. I've just jumped in and kind of like dabbled a little bit, set a few things up, but I don't have... I'm like Gandalf. I can't remember. I have no memory of this place. It's weird. I've got to like reacquaint myself again with the game, which is going to really slow me down. The kick bots. Every stream, at least one pops in. Strep? What? Can you still, Jesus. I feel like isn't that a kid's thing? Like a baby's thing? Hell, Cowbell? No, you can still get that as an adult. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Anyway, I hope you get over that. I hope it feels better soon. Drink lots of vitamins. Get lots of vitamins in you. You know the drill. Yeah, so let's take a look at the trailer. This is the Raiders of the Broken Lands DLC. Remind myself what they've done with the latest update. New Smuggler set. The Smuggler Swatch for your ornithopter. Your buddy. It's a good looking armor. Can you mix and match? Those emotes are important. They're important, guys. So that's the DLC update, which, since yes, and responds on the machine, I do have access to that. Anybody pick that up? Any of you guys got this? Is it time to say I was right and this game sucks? No. This game doesn't suck. Objectively. Subjectively. It doesn't suck. It's just not realizing its potential. It just isn't realizing its potential yet. And I don't know if it will, but I'm not giving up on it fully yet. I mean, there are plenty of people, which is good and bad, depending on the group you play with. PvP section of DD can be a pain in the arse solo when you're trying to gather. Yeah, but the reward is supposed to be, it's supposed to be the risk versus reward, right? That's what you're supposed to be like measuring when you go in there. Can I risk going here into the PvP zone to get the resources I need to build whatever it is I'm trying to build? I mean, they mostly put everything in the PvE section anyway, I thought, Jackal. Siphon says, is this game good? Yes, but does it have a healthy end game? No, not yet. And I don't know if this update is enough for it to have an healthy end game either. Did you, Zenith? That's hilarious. You went the other way. Is Deep Desert PvP fixed? No, Alexander, but they have added more stuff for the Landsrad. They've changed the way the Landsrad works. Nova, how's it going, man? Capitoast, hello. No. You're not allowed to stream on Thursdays. You're throwing off my rhythm. Sorry. Yeah, a little bonus stream today. Checking out, dipping my toes in Dune Awakening. Welcome, Snake. Just dipping my toes in, getting reacquainted for a little while. I don't want to be completely out of the loop if and or when they do finally introduce something for the deep desert. I feel like it's not that far off. Like, I feel like now they've got this stuff out the way, they should be able to start focusing on revamping the end game. And if that happens, like I said before, like, I would come back. I would come back and play it more often. They need to do two main things. They need to drive continued factional warfare. One cool thing is they've added faction chat now, which is big. When we played it, that's one thing we kept saying they need to do. They need to introduce a faction chat, and I believe they've done that now. Stream stuttering? Oh, is it? Okay. Let me know now. How about now? Classic. Why does it do that? You know why? It's because I'm streaming on a Thursday. How about, how's it now? A little bit better? A little bit worse? Let me know. Yeah, I'm dropping some frames now. It looks like, oh, man, so annoying. Give me 2 seconds. We're not dropping any more frames. That should be under control now. Let me know. All right. Yeah, so they've added faction chat now, which we were asking for. It threw me off my thought now. What the hell was I saying? Yeah, the two things. They need to like drive some sort of continued end game in the deep desert where you are, incentivized to play in the deep desert for something that's going to, progress you beyond just and progress your faction beyond just, getting better items for yourself. There needs to be, in my opinion, it needs to be some sort of factional conflict. And then the other thing they need to do is basically, damn it, that you guys telling me that the stream's dying completely threw me off. The other thing they need to do is facilitate some sort of combined arms. Like every trailer we watched, for this game, they got tanks on the ground, people fighting on the sand, ornithopters doing airstrikes, carryalls picking up harvesters, all that shit going on at once. It never happens. The game does not even facilitate that to the point where it's almost like, it's almost like just impossible. You can't even, like, there's no way to drive ground vehicles into the deep desert to begin with. When the game first launched, they fixed some of these things now, but you couldn't even cross the borders in the deep desert with a ground vehicle. It would not let you because of where the server mesh was. So you couldn't even like drive across the sand with those ground vehicles. And there's no point in bringing ground vehicles to any worm rings or anything because ornithopters rule. So they need to do that as well. Like those are the two main things for me. They need to facilitate some sort of combined arms and also create reasons to use them in the deep desert.
Welcome to Dune Awakening, Chapter 3, the biggest update to Dune Awakening yet. Chapter 3 rebuilds the Landsrad system from the ground up, providing new ways to progress in the endgame of Dune Awakening with a wealth of new missions, dungeons, maps, and player specializations.
Yeah, see, the problem is the dungeons, from what I saw, weren't enough. They were mostly the same sort of dungeons we had before, but with slightly different bosses, slightly different flavor to them. Twitch is still dying? Man, what? This is crazy. Yeah, we're still dropping frames for some reason. Sorry, guys, it's one of those days. It's just starting randomly. I don't know why. Let's see if I can do something else to fix this. Figure out if it's just bitrate or actual processing power real quick. I think it might be Twitch here. Yeah. Audio and video off. Wow. F5. Do an F5. Refresh. See if it fixes it. I just updated the game. Press play. My character is lost. Character's gone immortal. Need DD events or something. I'd agree. Yeah, that would help, McD. But it needs something more permanent as well. It's the crazy movement and stuff you can do that destroys that large scale PvP, honestly. I don't think so. I really found it fun, to be honest, Zenith, the PvP in Dune. As long as it's objective based, it's the mobility isn't too much of a problem. Yes, Siphon, they did. Exactly. Yeah. Your voice and audio synced for me. Where's F5 on the iPhone? Jumped on YouTube for 60 seconds and it was fine. All right, well, let's just leave it here for a minute and see how it goes. Hopefully it's sorted now. I'm going to leave my stats up so I can see. Hearing it on YouTube as well. GG. Can you base rate and shit like that? Is it hard to find PvP? Yes, Broheim, it is. It is hard to find PvP.
Welcome
Last
to
time
another
I played
exciting episode of How You Dune Doing, where Detox investigates the all-new content and we learn how to survive on half a bottle of water and a double a battery.
Too true. Thank you, Raven, for the bits, man. Yes, Broheim. It's when we were playing, it was hard. It was hard to find it. And I'm somebody that lives for the PvP. Let's carry on with this Chapter 3 update trailer and just reacquaint myself with everything
Landsrad
they've
system
kind of
has been
introduced.
overhauled.
Hey, Roscoe.
Choose among the great houses and take on Landsrad missions that will further your specialization as a crafter.
Maybe I can do one of these
gatherer,
today. One or two of these.
Explorer, fighter, or saboteur. Each specialization grants lasting strengths, which can be used to improve your character to face new challenges. Traits are permanent changes to your character, such as additional inventory slots, decreased durability costs, or improved headshot damage. The world grows wider. 10 new overland locations rise from the wasteland. Locations such as the Wreck of the Tyche or the Broodworks offer a chance to explore more of Arrakis while working to increase the standing of your faction with the Landsrad.
It is a gift.
To support these new challenges, the Overland map has received a series of visual and quality of life upgrades.
Yeah, it does look good. The new map does look good. Did she just say that? Hold on, let me check
More
this.
of Arrakis, while working to increase the standing of your faction with the Landsrad.
So doing these overland map areas is contributing to the Landsrad
To
tipping?
support these new challenges, the Overland map has
thanks, T-Rev.
received a series
Thanks,
of
T-Rev.
visual
Hello, dude.
and quality of life upgrades. We've removed the fuel and water requirements for travel, as well as revamping the entire space to be more true to the global map of the Northern Hemisphere of Arrakis.
Wow. See, they're continually doing things that are making this game more and more easy, less and less punishing, more and more accessible, I suppose. I just hope they don't go too far. Like, they're already reducing the amount of durability you lose, according to the latest patch notes. They're making it easier to travel on the overland map, which wasn't even difficult anyway. You never ran out of fuel and never ran out of water on the overland map when I played. But then again, there wasn't as much places to go visit on the overland map, so maybe they found that it was becoming a problem. I'd be surprised though. They've also reduced like the amount of durability damage you take when you die and when you take damage in combat. Overall, it feels like they're really trying to make it as easy and casual as they can.
For every Landsrad mission that you complete, you earn faction rank, which culminates in a new faction-ranking
kinda
mission
weird.
given by the beast Rabban Harkonnen.
Let those wretches choke. Let Halleck's beloved young pup puke up his own organs.
Or Duke Leto Atreides.
We don't know if Moser or the acid survived.
Chapter 3 offers many new faction rewards, loot, and vendor items. You can now apply Landsrad house and faction swatches to base utilities, fabricators, refineries, and storage containers. Additionally, garage doors are now added to building sets, a much requested feature.
Everybody wanted those.
5 new Imperial testing stations have also appeared on the Overland, and they feature a new boss system with group challenges that can be scaled to achieve greater rewards. Choose how difficult you want the run to be and be rewarded.
Difficulty scaling. I said this before when they first announced it. A little bit of a cop-out. It's an easy way to basically, like, prolong content out of, you know, minimal development, I suppose, right? It's easy to make these testing stations and then let people scale the difficulty versus just kind of creating the difficulty in the mechanics and development yourself, you know, and tiering it and scaling it. Again, it's again like giving people lots of making it a lot more casual friendly, which I guess if they're trying to retain and attract as much of an audience as possible, they've had a big fall off.
My Iraqis.
They've had a big fall off. During the last few months, so like I get why they're probably doing this. They're really trying to like hang on to as much audience as they can. From what I would guess is them kind of building towards a more fun end game, something that's just going to really keep people around or at least bring people back, I hope. Hey, thank you so much, Smithy, by the way, dude, for the 5 months. Really appreciate it. Welcome back. How you doing, man? Hello, Q-Pan. Welcome. Why does this game look so much like the Old Republic graphics to me? Nah, it's much better, but I know what you mean. It's kind of got that sort of vibe. Durability loss was bad after the previous patch. You could burn through a weapon in no time, especially once you put an augment on it. Really? So they kind of screwed up the durability loss because it wasn't that bad when I was playing. Since M+ in WoW, that's become standard. Really, it's a WoW thing, the difficulty scaling. I talked about this last stream. WoW, man. WoW, attacking everything. If they half the price of the game, maybe they would get new players, but anyone who's going to play already owns it. It's pretty cheap anyway. I think when it released, it was like $35-40. I think it had a pretty cheap price for a brand new MMO back then.
Rewarded accordingly. Once you've completed these challenges,
I agree, Smithy.
return
Totally.
to your base and craft augments, a new way to upgrade your Tier 6 gear and progress in the endgame. There are dozens of augments for weapons and armor, and they tie directly to the specializations that you can achieve, giving you full mastery over your experience. Speaking of
Man,
weapons,
I feel like if I get into
new
PvP now, I'm going to
dual
get
blades
absolutely
provide
bodied.
a unique way to approach melee. The rapier has also been completely reworked, shifting from strike to parry in a single breath.
This is cool.
There is also a new projectile weapon known as the Pyrocket, useful for driving enemies out of cover.
Not sure about
The
that.
deep desert has received layout improvements, and the entire shield wall is now continuous across the southern border, with new ramps granting easier access to the vast, punishing sands beyond.
Always thought that needed to be done when they first got to the deep desert. It's a good quality of life improvement.
Now familiar! Let the battle begin!
The main story of Dune Awakening continues in Chapter 3 with a new storyline. Infiltrate the arena in Neo-Carthag and fight in bloody gladiatorial
And this
battle.
isn't unfortunately a PvP arena, it's a part of the story.
Then join an old ally and descend into the heart of the Smuggler domain.
It's not every day we get visitors here.
Finally, we've reworked the personal light to make it more useful. It now functions as a glow that follows and tracks the player, providing a larger illumination space.
Okay.
This is Dune Awakening, Chapter 3. A rebuilt
Yes, it
endgame,
is.
deeper systems, new missions, new weapons, and new ways to define your role.
They came in nameless. Now the pit carves their legend in blood.
All right. Ooh, that's the Chapter 3 free update. So, yeah, let's jump in. Let's jump in and examine our levels of ruin here. I've lost everything. Yeah, $40. So, I mean, $20 would be crazy. But maybe if they did like a flash sale, they might get some more people. So let's look at the servers here. These are private servers. Official servers. Alright, so Europe. Let's just refresh it. Europe. So this is the European regional servers. 2 mediums at the top, Pax and Epsilon Eridani, and then everyone else is low pop, which couldn't tell you exactly the pop of servers anymore. But there was a website when we used there was a Dune database where you could see, it gave you the numbers of people in those servers. It didn't just give you low, medium, or high. Yeah, it's not, it's looking pretty low. Pretty low in Europe. What about North America? Really? North America's even lower? I guess because it's people are at work. Low. I mean, this is 9 days after. This is 9 days after the latest update, Chapter 3, I believe, right? It's been out about 9 or 10 days. Servers are definitely quiet. Definitely quiet. This is Chapter 3, the end. Oh, man. It isn't the end. It can't be. Can't be. All right, let's jump in and see what's going on. Dead game. Can't be. This is the best MMO in years, and with Ashes of Creation dead, who is our next hope? Who's gonna save us? Hello, K3B. How you doing? No, I didn't, Pilgrim. Shit. Did you break into the final tier last time? I'm still stuck at the transition to Duralinium. Dude, I can't remember which tier I was at, but as soon as I could get into the deep desert, all I did was PvP and fight for spice. My crafting abilities were severely lacking compared to everyone else. The Riot MMO? I thought the Riot MMO got cancelled as well or something. Alright, so... Oh, God. So I logged in earlier, and I ran up to... This is GT's base, actually. I ran up to where we had a gaggle of bases. Sorry, flew up. And... What the hell? Rocks coming off the edge of this? And I planted my ornithopter in here. I hope it's still alive. Yeah, there it is. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What's going on? Get in there. Thank you. So, I have my ornithopter still. I have my armor, my gear. I have things. And that is it. And then I also got what the devs gave me to claim. So, the devs give you like a care package of materials and resources you can use to rebuild, since they know loads of people had stopped playing. So they gave you like a package that you can claim. So if you don't see it pop up, you go to claim rewards, and here it all is. They give you a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff here. I can't claim it because I don't have any room in my inventory, but I think you can claim all of this. I think this is all given to you, which is insane. I mean, that's a lot of shit. If you can take all of it and not just some of it, maybe you choose what to take. I might have missed the tooltip. I'm not actually sure. Not actually sure. It almost seems like there's too much here for you to be able to take all of it. That's not my base, Billatar. This is GT Matt's base. So GT Matt and a few others in my guild have been very good. They've been keeping their base up. They've been maintaining it. I believe our guild warehouse is still intact, which I'm going to go check out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over the Haga Basin, fly around the Haga Basin a little bit, and just take a look at... There's TRF's base. There's your base, TRF. And I'm going to sort of look at how desolate my area is, my Haga Basin is. Because I remember where most people had built up. Thanks, Pilgrim. Wait, no, I did see this, I think. Did it come out today? Oh, no, I haven't seen that. No, cool. Thanks, Pilgrim. Yeah, I might take a look at that later. Good evening, Big Welsh. How are you then? Good to see you. Welcome. What's this then? Thursday? Yeah, a little bonus stream. Checking out, dipping my toes back into Dune Awakening and kind of getting reacquainted with the game and playing it in 4K for the first time, which is kind of cool. The game looks great. The game looked good anyway. Plays and looks great in 4K too. Everyone gets that? I think if you... Good question, Billatar. I think it's actually only if you didn't play for a set amount of time. Because if you didn't get it, I know you're actively playing and have been actively playing. I believe I received this because I haven't been playing for a few months. Tomato, what's up, dude? How's it going? What are you up to? Hopefully you just caught that, man. Taking a look at the game I loved. Dune Awakening that I haven't played in months. Getting reacquainted. Dipping my toes back in. Examining the cataclysm of my Haga Basin. Definitely already noticing there are way less bases out here than there were before. When's the new hotness being unboxed on stream then? It'll be a while, Big Welsh. Few reasons. I'm not going to be putting it all in straight away. And it will be an absolute mammoth task to transition my entire setup across gaming and stream PCs. Getting everything set up to where it was on essentially 2 new PCs, because my gaming rig will become the streaming rig. Revisiting my ex,
Peter
yes.
de Vries here. Glossul the Ban requests the dubious pleasure of your company. Word to the wise. Don't keep him waiting. Take the side entrance to the spire, mind your manners, and monitor Glossu's social cues. Do that, and you just might stay a step ahead of invoking the beast.
I liked Peter. I liked Peter de Vries in this. His mission chain was good, but I haven't played the Chapter 2 mission chain, or obviously the Chapter 3. So there's stuff here where it's probably catching up. And kind of triggering things that I should have triggered a while ago. Didn't have any when I logged in last. Didn't have any what, TRF, sorry? Conversation 30 seconds ago, already forgot. Yeah, I heard. Why are you jumping back in? Or rather, why haven't you been playing? I haven't been playing tomorrow because I don't like the end game anymore. At least there's not enough end game there. That is why I'd stopped playing. And I wanted to... I know that they are reworking the end game. They're doing something with the Deep Desert. Joel, the lead producer, already mentioned it in an interview. But I don't want to be completely... When they start introducing that sort of stuff, I don't want to be completely, like, rusty, you know? So I'm just kind of, like, touching base with the game, getting a feel for it. I've lost everything, because I don't know if you know, Tomorrow. I think you played this game, but you have to, like... keep your base up, keep your base. You have to continuously feed it batteries that you have to go and grind. You have to pay taxes if you've got an advanced sub-fief. If you don't do those things, the sandstorm basically whittles it away. And because I didn't play for so long, I actually lost like my base with all my stuff in it that I built up over like a month. Luckily, Clacky and GT and TRF and some of the other guys in the guild had been upkeeping their bases and their warehouses. So this is one of them. This is Clacky's, or the group's warehouse where we kept most of our resources for like group operations and stuff. So like this is all intact, luckily, but you know, it basically required them logging in every week or two to basically replace the power generator with replace batteries in the power generator and stuff, so it doesn't get destroyed by the sandstorms. You never show us your cable management for a reason, maybe? My cable management is not that bad. Well, it is pretty bad back there, but it's all, basically, all my cables are attached to the bottom of the desk, Big Welsh, and then they're all together in like a chain at the back in a rack. And it's all clear under the desk, but if you go around the back, it's pretty messy. Things to claim. Ah, okay. So it's just people like me who stopped playing for a long period of time then. No rules for me, punished for staying on. Yeah, it seems that way. Didn't they new to the PvP endgame and it killed the game? It didn't help, Broheim. It didn't help. So, yes. Basically what happened was the... Can I switch to the Deep Desert map when I'm not in the Deep Desert? I don't think I can. But how much fuel do I have? I'm reacquainted with everything, trying to remember how to do everything. What mad lad is keeping that running? Mr. Clacky, I'd assume. Little bastard, and then little scavengers like me come along and use it up. Where did we put the vehicle batteries? Fuel, sorry, here it is. I don't have any room. Let's drop off a bunch of crap, I think. Where's the dump box? Let me dump a bunch of stuff off. Yeah, so basically the Deep Desert started out as 90% PvP, and then they basically reverted it to, I think it's 50% now. Cut array, vehicle. Oh, I had a vehicle fuel cell in there. Okay. Top up on my water. Refuel this. This is kind of busted actually, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Let's go take a look at the Deep Desert real quick. Nice, yeah. Taxes are gone in Chapter 3. Taxes are gone, yeah. Taxes are gone now. So like I said earlier, they're really reducing a lot of the things that made the game slightly more difficult. A little bit more hardcore in that sense. It's a cool game. I still need to actually get started. Only spent a couple of hours in. Thanks for providing the look. No worries, man. No worries. Honestly, it is a cool game. I'm nostalgic. Now that I'm in and like the music's playing and I'm running around, I've got nostalgia for it from last year. Like it released in June. Oh wow, this is the new Deep Desert then. New overland map, sorry. Oops. No. Definitely looks a lot better. You're not going to be spending much time here. Deep Desert looks kind of busy. Lordy, the music is good. It does have very good music. They lived up to my expectations. It exceeded my expectations with the music. Dagantha says, no taxes now, and there's a tool to store your whole base, except vehicles when you want to take a break. Yes, that too. Good point. Yeah, you can now store everything as well, which, you know, would have saved me. Oh, my suspensor belt is broken. I forgot about that. Pretty bad. If I could have stored my base, I wouldn't have lost everything, I guess, right? I assume you can store it with all the storage inside and all the components and resources. Yo, baby, what's up, dude? Did your base disappear? It did. Yeah, dude. Everything is gone. All I have is this, what you see right now, me and my ornithopter and everything on my body. That's all I have. Wait just a hootin' minute there, D. Are you saying the game died when the devs focused on PvP over PvE? Well, color me shocked. You mean PvE over PvP? No, 5,600 melange, Vaticus? Oof. That is a lot of melange. Connection to server lost. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, I'm probably going to be kicked back somewhere else any minute now, I guess. Ugh. Well, yeah, so the deep desert is huge, right? It's pretty big. It's pretty big. It is now, since I haven't revealed it, I'd need to go scout it all with survey probes. But, yeah, it's basically now 50-50. But I think Joel Bylos has said... There it goes. It's going to kick me back. Oh, wow. Really? With a low population? Brother, I have... There is nobody playing. Why are the servers kicking me out and crashing here? Unless it was me. Is it my fault? Try again. In the queue. Joel Bylos basically said that they're going to bring that back. They're gonna. At least I think he wants to, like, bringing the PvP zones further back again in the deep desert. I think he does want to try and facilitate more of that factional conflict again. So everything they've done up to this point, in my opinion, has been a sort of knee-jerk reaction to retain their PvE player base, which was the majority. And I think this year they're probably going to start working more on the PvPvE side of the game and, you know, start fleshing out more, revamping the deep desert in the end game, which is when it'll have my attention a little bit more. Yeah, I'm with you there, Vaticus. Yep, server status equals offline, but I'm just hoping it kind of comes back. Very unfortunate if it's crashed right now. That'd be the worst timing. I guess the people in the queue are just people like me staring at the thing saying offline. Dude, that's crazy. Have they got a timed maintenance now or something? They normally announce if they've got maintenance coming. Oh, that's really bad timing. Yikes. Let's give it a little bit of time. They clearly haven't paid the bills. You can disassemble your vehicles and put them in boxes before you store your base. Ah, nice. Did I hear correctly? They added an arena, but it doesn't have PvP. Yes, it is a PvE part of your story mode only, Brosco. The arenas, but they've got the assets and everything, right? You'd think that they could somehow turn that into a PvP arena, which would be amazing. Like, that would definitely be something I would enjoy playing and improving my character, to participate in PvP duels in those cool arenas like the movies. You know, that would be an incentive for somebody like me who likes PvP to play and run the dungeons and get my augments and tweak my character as best as it could be. If that was an option, like if you could queue with even 2 or 3 other people and do like a 2 or 3v3 in the arena, that would be super fun. Mr. Rowe, what's up, dude? I managed to store all my gear with the base backup tool. I hope that it's still safe, as I had loads of gear, just in case I chose to return one day. Yeah, you might be okay. I wasn't. I lost everything. They don't want to pay for the server for 4 people. I give the server 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it shows that it's here. There we go. Yeah. There could be special rewards, leaderboards, different scenarios. Yeah. I feel like they are setting the groundwork here. You know, like I said, I think their initial knee-jerk reaction was to you know, look after their PvE crowd. Bruh. Where's my ornithopter? Surely not. Are you kidding me? They literally dropped it over there. I've got to go run and get it now. Burned to a crisp in the desert. Jesus, man. Lucky I didn't get too far. So, no, you're right, Roscoe. Like, and it all makes sense for the lore as well. Are you not transferring servers? I don't know if we need to yet. It's like, I feel like Funcom would need to start closing some servers down or something, or at least there needs to be some coordinated effort for the community to pick some new, more populated servers, because they're all low. The population's low on all of them. Dueling's a huge element in Dune, in the books. They're always talking about X-House's greatest fighter. I know. And, yeah, like I said, I think they've put it in for the PvE, the story mode, and they will deliver it as some sort of PvP content in the future. I think they said in their last Q&A that we watched that they, like, you know, they were... They didn't specifically say they had plans to do that, but you kind of get the sense that they would. I don't know, Bellatar, you know, that you just got to let it, you'd have to just let it happen and then figure it out as you go. Manage the skills and the balance as you go. We just need to let them cook. We all know it released early as they had to start making money. They're 90% sort of the PvE endgame loop. The PvP crowd will get love soon. Yeah, that's my feeling as well, Fist Roma. You know, like I said, I think they got their knee-jerk reaction to retain their PvE crowd that was, you know, shitting their pants over getting attacked in the deep desert in the most ruthless planet in the universe, in a fictional universe built around conflict between houses. They were scared of conflict. Now that those people are a little bit more looked after, like I think you know, they've got their safe spaces. I think they'll probably start working on, you know, creating more long-term end-game content from emergent gameplay, stuff that is more sandbox oriented, mind the pun. But yeah, that's the deep desert is basically, so we're in like sector A, B, C. It goes all the way up, like halfway through the deep desert is all PvE for the most part. Yo King, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Here, little wormy. Yeah. So I'm not going to do anything here just yet. Let's go back to the Hager Basin. Let's examine. Let's see how quiet it is. Let's see what the landscape looks like. I guess a lot of people could have potentially stored their houses as well. Stored their shit. Like, the game is good. I always say this, right? The game is good. I like a lot of the stuff they did. We played it quite a lot when it came out. The bones are good. The bones are good for this game. I really believe if they do revamp the endgame in a way that is just more attractive for PvE and PvP players, a lot of people will flood back to this. A lot of people bought the game. There's a lot of people who bought it and got invested in it. I don't think people would hesitate to come back. Joel has paid me well. Yes, thank you, Joel. Daddy Joel, Daddy Chris Roberts, all the sugar daddies. It's hard to rebuild PvP player base post-release, though. Yeah, I agree. But the main factor is there's no other freaking MMOs out there. That is like one of the main things Dune probably has going for it. If it can get its shit together in time. There's nothing else. There's no other MMOs. That's one reason Dune did so well anyway, because it was like an MMO. It was. Oh, where did I enter the? What? Over here? You've got to be shitting me. Okay. That's one reason I think Dune Awakening did well, is because it kind of promised an MMO with some relatively traditional features from survival games and some of its other games in an MMO server, right, with MMO mechanics that were quite intuitive and familiar. I think there's one reason it did quite well. Obviously, the IP helps a ton too. I know the entry is directional, but I'm pretty sure before, when I went in the Haga Basin, it would take me out there from that angle, but clearly I got it wrong. Right, since we're closer to Tier F space, let's go see Tier F space, and maybe I'll grab some of my resources as well. No, none of the vehicles have interiors, unfortunately, Broheim. Would be super cool if they did. You could get like a big ornithopter and go in it and like walk around in it while it's flying. You can sit in seats. There's multi-crew ornithopters. You can sit in the seats, but there's no interior. Tier F, let's go take a look at your base. Since I don't have one anymore. My base was pretty crap anyway. It wasn't much. I think it would just get decimated by the special no atmospheric penalty spaceships, King, to be honest. Is that ship floating? That is a... Yeah, it's a... Chom ship. That's how they are in Dune Awakening. Very ominous looking in Dune. Very... Sort of just... Yeah, just sits there and floats. That's the style. That's the Dune style. Oh, there it is. This way. Getting a bit of stutters. Maybe it's where the new zone is loading in. There we go, it is moving, it is moving. Alright, now this space was always here. So this guy's been keeping his shit up. Wait, no, is that your base, TRF? Oh no, that is your base. Is this your base the whole time? I thought you had like a palace kind of base. Oh no, yeah, you've just changed it. Mixed up oh, this looks good. You've mixed multiple different build sets together. Huh. It's like a Led Zeppelin, yeah, they do have that vibe. Yeah, this is quite a cool mix. I'm liking it, Tier F, I'm liking it. What do you guys think out of 10? Tier F's base. Well, the fact that it exists already gives you a lot of strong, points to start with. Symmetry's looking good. Some nice symmetry. Very nice, Tier F. Are you an architect? Right, let's see if I have access to your stuff. I do have access to your chests. Thank you, Tier F. Do I have access to your production? I can fix my suspensor belt? Exactly how I remember it. I'll get that base a 9 out of 10. 10, I had mine pretty much the same place. Did it look as good as this, McD? Jasmium basalt stone. Nice, nice. Radiation suit. Tier F. Where's all your stuff? Where's all your production? Ah! Trickery! These stairs go nowhere. The hell? Just got storage. Did you put everything away, Tier F? What the? I actually don't know. The production doesn't exist. I think your production, you sure you didn't pack it all away? You've still got some fuel. A lot of fuel in there. That's a bit shut off though, so watch how much power you... Yeah. Well, I don't think... Oh, here it is. Oh, the base is deceptively... it's bigger than I thought. Alright, so... Do I have access? I do. Right, I need to repair my suspensor belt. That's on the survival fabricator, I think. Wait, no, it's not on here, is it? You have to use... You literally use the... repair bay, if you have one. This? Yes. Repair station. There it is. Is this repairable? It is. Hope you don't mind. Tier F. Helping an old bum get back on his feet. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Good. Suspensor belt is not operational. Full suspensor belt. Yes. Oops. Why aren't you letting me jump? Oh, there we go. I have to re-equip it. Okay. That's a... That bug... That was a bug before. I thought they fixed that. Right. Thank you, Tier F. Suspensor belt is back on, so I'm going to die falling off a cliff. Heal myself up as well. Yeah, repair machine. We got it. Okay. Now, I need to basically just get my own base up. I need to get some storage up. Where do I want to build my base, though? I need to get some storage up. I then need to basically claim everything from the care package. %, we're good for now. And then I need to just get a base up and get some storage, and then I'll be kind of happy, set for a little while. All right, let's fly over the basin. We'll fly over here. We'll fly over this way, because this was super, pretty densely populated before. We'll see how empty it is. Yo, Stewie, what's up, dude? Show me your worm. Dude, I haven't seen one yet since I've been back in. Did they turn those down? If the endgame wasn't as dry as the actual desert, they might have retained a substantial player base. I'm with you. Clacky, what's up? No, I'm with you, McD. Seriously, the whole time I was covering this game and following it on the lead up, I kept saying it looks like a really good game, but I'm very dubious and apprehensive about their endgame. They were very cagey about the endgame. They never really talked about it much. Barely showed it off before the game came out, and I knew, though, it wasn't going to be what I'd hoped it would be. It was fun initially, the first couple of weeks, for sure. The PvP, the ground PvP, I find really fun. And, challenging, but you can't really get that if you just went and hung around outside the deep desert testing stations, and that just got stale, because it's like, why am I doing this? There isn't really any point in doing this. I'm just trying to get some fun out, squeeze some fun out of the the endgame PvP. So this area used to be filled with... This used to be filled with bases. My base used to be there. So this is where my old base was. It's now completely... Yes, I was an asshole. I apparently built my base in the middle of a pathway and blocked it off. You know, there's a place they could go round. They could go round. This is where my base was. Look at this. Empty. Nothing. Gone. In fact, this is where I was when I logged in. Just dropped in. This was me. Everything gone. Nothing to my name except this. Everything on my body. Never seen the PvP. It was fun. Not for everybody. I found it fun. It was a rush. It was quite skill-based, right? And it was all about basically combining your skills with your friends for maximum effect. Using them, placing them, you know, timing them well, placing them well. And then, you know, if you got into PvP, melee, it was like skill-based. You have to parry and stuff and time your attacks. I don't know, I found it fun. But there just wasn't enough gameplay to facilitate it. There's one of those camps, bandit camps. Yeah, this was where most of us initially built. I'm going to go back up here and grab some of those resources. Blackie, I've seen you've been upkeeping the warehouse nicely. You had a hut with windows, questionable base. Shut up, chickadee. How dare you? Look, I'm not a fancy pants, okay? I don't need a palace. Is it going the same way as Last Oasis? It's, as in, is it dying? Yes. Is it the same circumstances? No. Last Oasis died because the balance around the respawn mechanic and effectiveness of low-tier gear versus high-tier gear was whack. And because of that balance, the Chinese Zergs basically ruled. Any Zerg. All the Zergs ruled in Last Oasis. This game does not have that problem. I mean, it does to some degree. There are some Zergs in the deep desert, but nothing. We didn't see anything, like, outrageous. I found a picture of your base. Yeah, okay, Clacky. I'm just waiting for the mud hut. Why did all your stuff go? Because I stopped logging in to look after it, Stewie. They fixed it now. You can basically store all your stuff and stop playing and not have to worry about it. But before they introduced that, if you didn't log in and routinely update your base with fuel and replenish the fuel and pay your taxes, you lost it. So I lost it and all my shit in it. Devs got confused balancing PvE/PvP in Dune for me. Yeah, that's basically the killer overall. I made a video about it and I've never received so much vitriol in any single video I've made on my YouTube ever as I did in that one. Last Oasis was so good, though. Last Oasis was so good. Definitely one of the best gaming experiences in many years. I remember you talking about it. You were right. I think I was. The problem is, I think everyone who PvP'd knew, you know, saw this coming, but this isn't just because of that. Like there are other factors as well. It wasn't enough for PvE players either. But everybody who PvP'd saw, you know, what happened to the deep desert coming as soon as they made those changes. But there also just simply isn't enough in the deep desert anyway. Comments were gold. It confirmed everything about PvE is, yeah, I like just had to stop reading the comments because some of them were nasty. Detox leaving junk in boxes. Did you log in, Clack? Was that there before? Did I just miss this? Alright, I think it was these, right? Aluminium. Something else. That. It was something else. What else was it? What else did I just dump in here? God, I feel so cack-handed, like I've forgotten how to do everything. So I need a storage box, but I also need, what is it, granite? Smugglers Foundation. The smugglers have their own boxes? Their own storage crates? Probably not. Doesn't look like it. The building sets do look cool. No, just standard boxes. So what's the best way to do this? Go out into where I want to build a base, put a storage box down. Oh, sorry. Put a storage box down, and then what I'll do is I'll claim the rewards, and then that should be enough for me to start building up my own little base here. And I'm probably going to put it basically where a bunch of the guys had their bases before, since that's a pretty popular area. Small storage containers. Oh, do you know what? I think I need to research a bunch of shit all over again. No, I don't. Okay, good. Do I not have big containers researched, though? Definitely do. Yeah, medium storage container. Shit, the medium needs spice melange? Oh, plastanium. That's why. Aluminium. Yeah, I just need to open it up on the construction tool. Because that's my favorites. So... yeah, storage container. Aluminium ingots, silicon blocks. So I need like a few of those built down, and then I can start constructing my own shit. Been there months, Clacky. There's a ton of base building mats. Grab whatever. Yeah, thanks, dude. I just got to find everything. So Clacky, I'm disappointed. You haven't labeled these all perfectly. What have you been doing all this time? Unbelievable. They finally gave us box labeling. Oh, this one's been labeled Plastone. Okay. All right. Nice. Ton of granite and then like salvage metal and things. And I think I have some storage space in this. Yes, I do. So I can put that in there. Whack some of this other stuff. Salvage metal's pretty important. Salvage metal, granite, stone. I think those are like the main things, aren't they? Yeah, it's mostly granite for the structural stuff. Lots and lots of granite. Granite. I'd like to see this level of base building in SC though. Yeah, every time we play this game, people say that, and guess what? It ain't happening, bruh. No chance. You'll take your prefabricated chunks and you'll like it. You filthy base enjoyer. So it didn't die because of PvP as many claims? I definitely think that was a... Jesus! Definitely a big contributing factor. I think it was definitely a big contributing factor. I feel like I need to rewatch my video again. But no, it died for a few reasons. It died because there wasn't enough content for the PvEers. And in order to give the PvEers the content, they took away from the PvPers. So they were like, you know, was a knee-jerk reaction. Retain the larger majority of the player base, PvEers. They're always the majority. Take away from the PvPers. Here's what I said in the video. This is what I predicted, and this is what has happened, and what most of us predicted anyway, right? They're going to take away the space in the deep desert for the risk-reward gameplay from the PvPers and PvEers. And it's all that's going to do is keep the PvEers happy for a couple of weeks. And then at that point, once they've been pleased, they're going to move away, right? There's going to be nothing for them to do. So then they were basically not playing until the Chapter 2 update came and introduced more story. And then they consumed Chapter 2 and then they stopped playing again. And then because they stopped playing after Chapter 2, they lost their bases and they had to keep playing to like upkeep their shit. And then they lost like interest because they didn't have any reason to play the game other than logging in to maintain their bases and keep it ticking over. So then people lost stuff. So then the devs introduced the ability for you to not lose stuff and store it, and you don't have to pay taxes anymore to try and like help retention again. But it's just it's like a snowball, really. Like, how do I fucking take it? God, do I need to offer you something? Clack. Oh, backpack's full. It was like a snowball. Like the reversion of the deep desert was the snowball of it was the beginning of the snowball, right? Hang on, Clack. I've got to store this stuff in here. You last played in June 2025? McD? Holy shit. I'm going to raid your space station SC when we go in Detox in 10 years' time. Bring it, dude. Bring it. Learn more schematics to free up slots. Increase inventory space. Gunther? Is that one of the perks? They gave in to the vocal minority. It wasn't the vocal minority. It was the majority. But doesn't matter. You still have a player base of people who bought your game on the premise that it is PvP oriented in the end game. The end game was always built on PvP, and then Funcom said, well, shit, our PvE players are pretty upset and they represent the majority, so, you know, temporarily we're just going to kind of screw over the PvP players. But even if they didn't revert the deep desert, it still would have lost retention because there still wasn't any reason to keep going to the deep desert. There still wasn't any reason to be in the deep desert past, you know, once you'd acquired enough spice for certain things and got the equipment you wanted, there still wasn't enough reason to go in the deep desert. There was no factional drive. There was no factional warfare. So without that continued need to expend resources and lose items and fight for something, it would have lost retention anyway, which it has done. Oh, those Digentha. Sorry, I thought you meant like one of the new perk things. They have a big PvP update planned. They do intend to revert the deep desert changes, or at least expand the deep desert, but that isn't going to be enough. They need to, like I said, there needs to be a motive. There needs to be more motive to play in the deep desert. There needs to be suspense and risk, because even the worms and the sandstorms, everything that you were like supposed to fear in the game weren't scary. The worms were trivial. You could harvest spice melange, the hardest resource in the game, by just, you know, landing on a God, let's see if I can remember how to fight. Oh, these guys are all scrubs, actually, aren't they? Wait, where are my abilities? I don't have any abilities. I think I got respect. I think, yeah, like, you could just land and harvest the spice. As soon as you hear a worm, you had all day to jump back in your ornithopter and take off. There were a few times when it was butt clenching and that was fun. That's only because you overstayed your welcome a little bit too long. But it was easy to manage the worms. Right, where do I want to just build up some basic shit? This'll do. Space here? No, it's a little bit too close to that base. I don't need anything big though. I need a big base. Is this, was this Bart's base? Burn! No. Forcing PvP will never work. No, but you can still have a level of risk reward where, you know, the player can choose to risk PvP if the reward is worth it. Where did Stixie had his base up there, didn't he? Kind of want to be able to look out over the... Look out over the vast expanse of the desert. Screw it, I think I can probably squeeze something in here. Yes, Saya, I agree. They could potentially... It's a common theme for developers. A lot of developers keep doing it. They keep doing it. But you've got to assume that they just have better, you know, they have better data than us. What? Thank you. Jesus. Weren't late game resources only for armor that you would use in PvP? Because by the time you got it, the story was over? Yep, pretty much, mod. Yeah, the PvE players who didn't want a PvP, they just wanted that gear. They just wanted to mine the last gear and make the last thing. And then once they got that, they had nothing else to do. In order to get that stuff, they had to have the half of the desert, the PvP desert, turned into PvE. So there was no risk for them to mine the resources they needed. What's forcing PvP? Couldn't you just go into the deep desert, grab shit and run? I thought that was the point. Yeah, you could. It was, oh, I need to be holding that salvage stuff. The point of the, oh, and I just stored my ornithopter. Jeez, this is, all right, let me put this, yeah, I have a load of weapons. I don't need all those. Yeah, the point of the deep desert was, you know, whether you were looking for PvP or not, you could raid it. Go in, get what you needed, and then leave. What? Where's all the shit? Did I take a different ornithopter? Oh shit, storm. Okay. Who's that? That UGT? Yeah. Storm is coming. Luckily I have access to GT's base here. GT's penthouse. You can't store a vehicle when there's stuff in the inventory. Yeah, you're right. So what the hell happened to all the stuff in there? Did I just take a different ornithopter? Or did it drop on the ground? It doesn't drop on the ground. It just says you can't store normally. Well, let me go back to the warehouse. Yeah, those are just lootables. Now the map is hidden. Fog of War is up. I thought that only happened after a Coriolis, and we just had the map. That wasn't a Coriolis storm. And it's back again. Okay, possible bugs, or it was just the storm covering it. It's a bug. You mean there's still bugs in this game? I don't believe it. Alright, let me just go check the warehouse and find out where all that shit just went. I was tempted to get the game since everyone seemed to be pretty active on it, but then they announced they would turn the DD to PvP and it put me off of it. Yeah, but like I said, I just don't think... They would have had, if they didn't change the Deep Desert, it would have only mattered for a few more weeks at that point. There was only a few more weeks of gameplay left in the game for everyone at that point. The PvPers who weren't afraid of the Deep Desert at that point had already got everything they needed. Beyond that, it was really a matter of just playing to manage the Landsrad, right? No, this is definitely the ornithopter. What? I am confused. Where did all that stuff go? Yeah, the Landsrad wasn't enough. Basically the things you could earn in the Landsrad and fight for weren't worth it. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. And it wasn't impactful enough. So people lost interest in that as well. Plus the Landsrad was being cheesed, right? People were banking all the resources they needed to flip certain parts of the grid as soon as the new Landsrad terms arrived. So some of the big guilds and big alliances were even working cross-faction. So some of them were working on the Atreides and some of them were working on Harkonnen's side. And basically just manipulating the Landsrad in a way that would favor their org. So people lost interest in the Landsrad as well. And the biggest travesty is that, like, physically fighting in the Deep Desert to win the Landsrad was only a very small element of it. Oh, big time, Broheim. That is a huge... There's a lot of people that do play that way. Yeah. I've eaten 3 Cadbury's cream eggs today. The real question is, do I eat the other 2? 3 is fucking insane. You're on your way to diabetes land, piggy. If not already. Speaking as someone who's was pre-diabetic. PvP is also harder to do as the tech part is way harder. Netcode and performance matter a lot more. Plus balancing is more difficult. Well, they should have thought about that when they developed the game and you know, ran the beta. People did point that sort of stuff out during the beta, though. Beta. Master. Yeah, it probably did, TRF. Also, when you're in a box, change your backpack on the left to your Orni. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see those little things I've forgotten. This is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse to keep traveling between these. I guess I'll have to get my own granite. You're right. I'll eat them tomorrow. That'll make all the difference. Yeah, you got to spread out the diabetes. Could have made small changes to make PvP last longer, but they focused on PvE and just killed it completely. Yep. But like I said, I do think if they did make some good changes to really bring in the conflict, really give us all a reason to be like, oh yeah, that'd be woke. That would be really cool to jump in and earn and play together to do. I think a lot of people will come back for it. Oh, Piggy, they are nice. I actually tried one of those white chocolate ones the other day. They're good. They're good. Yeah, I do like a cream egg. I need to actually get my skills reinserted. Just do it, Piggy. Yeah, come on. Don't let me persuade you. So, what I want is... I want an advanced sub-thief. Thief. Too close to a no building zone. Yeah, this is too close to these guys. Oh, I hate you! Okay, I can't build there then. Party's over, Victor. I hope they fix all this shit by the console launch. I have a Valheim crew that want to play it. That's when I'll give it a shot. When is console launch, actually? I'm kind of out of the loop on where they are with console on this. Maybe that's when we can expect something big. I'm assuming it would be cross-platform, right? You PC players can play with console players, I hope. I think I'm going to build here, if I can. No. It's kind of crap. How do you rotate this again? Alt. This could work. This could work. Just on the edge here. Yeah, this could work. Nice, nice. Overlooking, you know, GT's base. Yeah, this could be work. This could be quite cool. They said console in 2026. Funcom always take 2 years to make their games decent. Again, I think the game is decent. It's just, yeah, it didn't have a sufficient end game. Jarrell, what's up, man? Long time. Most people's taste of PvP was just getting insta-nuked in a spice field by an Orni that didn't render in until you died. I think that killed a lot of the interest in the game. Yeah, for sure. I mean, those were also just big mechanical problems. There were definitely issues like that which just would make you go, oh, fuck this. That is a little bit better now, though. The view distance and the pop-in has been improved, but it's not... When you come from, like, Star Citizen, where you can watch things from, like, 60, 80 kilometers away, it still doesn't feel good enough, because you still don't get enough advanced notice. You know? Alright, so, I'm gonna play around with some of this new shit, I guess. Now, guys, I am a terrible base builder, so... manage your expectations, please. Foundation. What do we do? Go around the edges first? Just build a basic hut, I think, first, right? You've got like a hut in the middle. That's the play, usually. So I can get storage down and then put some shit in it. Base building is very simple, very satisfying. You can make it as complicated or as simple as you like. So for a simpleton base builder like me, it's handy. And then we just want to put some storage down. So the actual decent storage, I don't have good enough materials. Yeah, medium containers need aluminium and silicone block for these bigger ones. Small storage containers aren't really going to cut it, but that's all I can build at the moment. I need to go grab some resources from the warehouse. In fact, I'll probably do that now. Not before putting up some sort of wall. Really? What? Kidding me. Storage containers in the way? Just had to be awkward, didn't you? Box! I have made box! What else do you get on this set? A lot of stuff on the Smuggler set. Windows. Door. I build door. Yeah, let's put a door on this thing. Guys, this is just basically for storage. Just get like the 4 doors up for storage containers, then you can build from the storage containers. Roof. I build roof. You know, it doesn't need to be... We don't even need the roof yet, to be honest. It just needs to be... I can probably literally just put a floor on this, right, for now. We don't want to get too fancy with the roof. We don't need to yet. Stairs. So I got another floor for storage. Wall 1, 2, 3, 4. Wall 2. Again, this is the Smuggler set that's part of the DLC. Because I'm a Funcom partner, I got access to it, so thank you, Funcom. And out of all the... It's actually pretty cool looking. It looks like you could mix it with Harkonnen quite well as well, and since I'm a Harky, that works for me, man. Works for me. I wish. I don't think we're ever going to get anything like this in Star Citizen, dude. You guys have got to temper those expectations. Temper those expectations, you mad lads. Dunk awakens again. Hey, Flack, what's up, dude? Anything new? Only the Chapter 3 stuff that we sort of looked at, you know? And the DLC and stuff. Nothing crazy. Flack, the new story stuff is pretty good, I imagine, because the storyline was good for this game. I did enjoy it more than I expected. Yeah, that looks cool. This set does look pretty decent. It's not too fancy. It's utilitarian, just how I like it. I have made a prison. Huh. Yes, there is, King. You can do angled walls. You can do all that stuff. What's wrong with you? Climb up that, you fool. Yeah, you can do all that. So I also don't have to worry about freaking taxes, which is kind of crazy. That's kind of like an integral feature of the game. They've just said fuck it and taken it out already. How you doing, Flack, anyway? Bono, good evening, dude. Evening, Muppets. What up, Pirate? How are you, man? Welcome in. Best we can expect is an IKEA cargo container from me? Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Look at this. Pure laziness. Yeah, it's really like the building is undeniably very good. Very good in this game. It is very fluid, very fast. Very good. The Space Melange. Waiting for the Lego DLC. Oh, actually, I can just do this, can't I? I keep forgetting. I think I can just open up this. And then go to the Orni. Yeah. Oh, you see. Yeah, the game has a ton of, quality of life now. I'm telling you, man, the game is good. It's a good damn game. Just need to figure out the end game. They got to do it. They got to bring this. They got to fix this because this game it's too good to let it fail. It's too good to die. No taxes. I need me some socialism. Yes. No taxes, my man. Capitalist empire. Yeah, well, Alex, just taking a look today, dude, yeah. Back from 2-day training course, now my boss needs an urgent report. Gonna take me an hour tonight, for which I get a day's pay. Ooh. Lovely, Flack. Very nice. No taxes? No taxes? How do I move there? You've just got to, you know, fill in a visa. An Arrakis visa. Get your jabs. Get your sandfly jabs, you know, get all that stuff. And catch the nearest space-bending freighter. It's going to take you to Arrakis. You got to, you know, probably bribe a space navigator or two. Bob's your uncle. You're on the shittest place in the galaxy. King? Okay, this isn't good enough, man. There's not enough. There's not enough granite. I'm going to have to actually go get some of that basic ass stuff. Unbelievable, dude. What I do want, though, is those bigger containers. Those big boys. Big containers. What do they need? Aluminium ingots and silicon blocks. Medium needs medium storage. Why does that? Crazy that it needs spice melange. Just crazy. Aluminium ingots and silicon block. Right. No. We use plastone, it's better. Is that's for the Harkonnen one, right? I don't think I have... Actually, I should have that unlocked. What is my... So I can actually go up to level 20 now, I think, with House Harkonnen, can't I? There's 15 other levels to work on. Can I rename these? Silicon. Camelot silicon. Cobalt paste. Spice melange. Wait, didn't you give me some of that? Dude, where is... Oh, there's freaking boxes actually named aluminium. Thank you, Clacky. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Alright. The thing about Dune, I think, is that an entire galaxy-spanning empire is entirely reliant on a single planet sand drug. Yeah, well, it makes sense though, right? I mean, you cannot explore, they can't go past their known borders of space without it, right? That's how they access galactic travel. I haven't read the Dune books. All my knowledge goes off the movies and all the Dune games I've played, and I've played every one. But, you know, from what I know is that Spice Melange allows them to navigate the universe. If you have access to the universe, you know, potential power and resources are endless. So it makes sense that it's just like oil, right? It's oil in modern times. If any of our nations had no access to oil, they'd be fucked.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
Yep. So it makes sense. It's cool. Cool. Get in there. Jeez, that takes up a lot of space. Crazy. Well, the good news is we can now build a bigger box. Wait. Yes.
My desert.
Bigger box coming right up. Slightly bigger.
My Arrakis. My Dune.
My Dune. I keep hovering over the buy bundle for the Dune movies on Prime, but I know they're coming out with part 3 this year. The end of the year, right? December. And they'll probably have a new bundle out then, so...
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Probably going to buy the 3-film bundle when the 3rd one's out. Okay. So, let's go. Pretty sure there's other places that have spies. It's just not nearly as much as that shithole. I don't think so, has it? I think Arrakis is the only place the spice is because it comes from the worms. Hest. Buy on streaming platforms, sketchy as fuck. Well, I, for one, welcome our Amazon Prime overlords. I can't imagine them going under anytime soon, but I know what you mean. What can I do? What else can I do? I don't have a Blu-ray player. or a DVD player. I guess I can... Can you download them? I can't remember. Off. I don't think you can download them, can you? From Primal, can you? Once you buy them. Must be able to. If I remember right, the Navigator snorts spice so they can see the hyperspace weave or whatever. Yeah, yeah. The worms produce it, I believe. They do, so I didn't think it could be anywhere else. Buy a Blu-ray player on Amazon. Yes. We have a shit ton of granite. We shouldn't run out anytime soon. Yeah, but how did they get to Arrakis in the first place? They had to have gotten spies from somewhere else. The Empire is like 8,000 years old or something. So Arrakis was once a tropical planet, right? And then it was... What happened? What was it that made it a desert shithole? God, my Dune lore's rusty now. We were talking about this a lot when we played Dune actively. Further inside land claim. You've got to be kidding me. That's the edge? No! I've got to move the claim. Or I've got to build another... I've got to build another one, haven't I think. No. How do I... Experienced builders. What's the play here? Moving my current one won't... I don't think I can do that now. And moving it now only moves where it is. It doesn't extend the border. They used AI to navigate until it turned on humanity and they outlawed it. What, pirate? Windows blocked the MBR players? They traveled using computers before they outlawed it. I wish there was a... Build an extension on it. Extension. Yeah, so... But how did... So how did the Arrakis turn to shit? The worms turned it into the desert planet? An extension. Okay, extension. That required, if I'm not mistaken, a specific set of resources, didn't it? And I think... Did you do that from the sub-thief? Possible. Possible. Vital machine to craft one. Thank you, Dugunther. Yeah, okay. Are they like rods? I think they're like rods, aren't they? Or like a fence kind of thing. The discovered spice was made in deserts, so they just desertified the whole planet. Yeah, bro, I think that's what I'm going to have to do, just the extensions. If I destroyed this now... I mean, I could do that, probably. If I destroyed this, what would happen to my shit? Just need to move it slightly up a little bit more so I can build onto the edge. Yeah, if I destroy that Gunther, I think I can just place another one in this place and keep all this shit, right? It doesn't kill it. Let's continue building the foundations either way. Oh, it ends up in the ground in caches. Thank you. Let's do it. Let's do it live. About to delete your sub thief. If you do this, any other player will be able to loot your base or take it for themselves. Yes. Okay. Panic over. It was all fine in the end. Okay. Need to get up higher so I can see my empire. I think that's better. Yeah. Much better. Right up to the edge now. So, I mean, not ideal just yet, but actually this is... We don't want to go right up to the edge. We just want to be able to overlook. I don't think the foundation goes high enough. Well, I think it does, actually. Thank you, chat. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Insufficient stability? You son of a bitch. So I do need to build lower. Oh, this might be doomed. Nope. There it is. Yeah, the building is insanely good on this. No, he says. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, the building is so good. You know, you can really build it into the land, into the environment. And this is pulling all the resources from my crates now. They're, you know, pretty close to me. Awesome. I mean, this is very slapdash. Well, not slapdash, but I'm just kind of putting down the basics to, like, lay out the size of the base, and then in the future I would actually sculpt it into something half decent. This might actually be, again, this might be too close to the edge for anything beyond basic foundational blocks, so I might have to bring this back. You know what's going to happen? I'm just going to end up making a giant box. I've made a box, and I'm very proud of my box. It's kind of good to start with a box anyway. Lay it all out. And it's pretty big space, I must admit, it's not the best location because look at this eyesore. This Harkonnen eyesore. I have to look out over every morning when I spread the curtains. GT's palace. Yeah, I can't actually see much of the Haga Basin, but we'll have to encourage GT to move. So yeah, you can just continue to build, but when you start putting in production, that's when you need to start adding the fuel cells, and it starts getting a little bit more complicated. But generally, at least this smuggler set, I can just keep going with all this shit because it's made out of granite. Which wall? All four. Yes, Boxing Day, TRF, exactly. You know what? Is there a wall with a gap in it? Fuck off, GT. Thank you. Yes. Does this have like the Choem one? So the Chone one has that really cool wall with the wind. Yeah. It's got the wall with a thin window. I don't know if the Smuggler set has something similar. Rounded window. Smuggler garage door. Wide passageway. No, just this. Let's have a look. It's filthy. It's filthy, god damn it! I can't look out over the Haga Basin with this. Yeah, so ideally what I'd prefer here is it's just a big, long window. It's not good enough. There's lots of little, almost feel like submarine windows. Left of that window's, yeah, but that's like just two smaller ones. It's still doing the same. It's still a similar problem. Let's have a look at how they look. Oops. Yeah, that's more like a decorative window. Shield face? Like the pentashields? Dune Man. What does the Dune Man build? Maybe I just need to mix it with something else. Dune Man window. Yeah, it does need power. Yeah, the pentashield wouldn't really... It's not really what I want. I want it to be physicalized. Smuggler letting me down here. Let me down, man. Maybe we go with something like so a big rounded window looks good. That looks nice. We go with rounded windows on the edge. And then we just have mostly wall around the straight edge. And then just dot like a couple of windows in the middle for now. For now, this will be, you know, what I'll just do is just get a good basic foundation up. Because look, that looks horrendous. Or does it? Does it look bad? It's not too bad. We're also going to go up a couple of stories at some point, so... Detox, you could get a vertical extension and use the stuff. You have a base for a pillar and build up high so you can easily see over the Harco eyesore. Yeah, I could do that. That's a good idea. Build up. Well, I mean, I have enough verticality anyway with the standard subfief. Enough to get... Probably enough to look over that. How high can you go then? Even higher than that. Oh, shit! So the vertical extension goes even higher? Yeah, so I reckon it needs to be like a wall and then... And then a window, and then a wall, and then a window. That kind of thing, maybe? But the building's so good. It needs to be one of these. Is that the inner face or the outer face? They basically look the same. Blast! Alright, it goes on too far. It's not symmetrical. 9! Okay, Already screwed it up. Already done goofed. Would need something else in there. I think for now, I'll just do this. Yeah, that's right. I cheated. Really? Vertical extension starts where the main base... Oh, starts where the... Vertical extension starts where the main base ends. Wow, that's impressive. So you can make a proper skyscraper. Actually, to be honest, yeah, I have seen them get really high. I mean, obviously, I guess, because the GT's is higher than that as well. And I guess he has a vertical extension. What does that look like from this side? Pretty much like an eyesore as well. Putting up my own eyesore, damn it! Again, let's not get too crazy to begin with. This is just getting up the four walls, so to speak. And the crazy thing is, I don't need to... Well, taxes were never really a huge problem anyway. For me, it was just getting the batteries replaced, but once this is up, it's like it's going to be pretty easy to just keep it going from now on, now that they've made those changes. Okay. So we want to let's make it higher. Let's make it higher. I'm not gonna build a floor yet. About to die hydration? Oh shit, yeah, thanks. Been sucked in by the walls. Thanks, Ultra. Somebody on my siege has a base that looks like a tall, spiky butt plug. So it sounds like a Harco player base. That is definitely a Harco base. I didn't mean to put that window up there, by the way. Actually, are you on the same one as me, Hazard, or are you on a US one? This looks horrendous. Don't worry. US, I think? Okay, then you're not on the same one as me. Because I remember seeing a base like that as well. But that was a while ago. I'd be really surprised if the giant dildo of consequence was still there. Siege Macabre, I think. It's been a while since I looked. Yeah, that's not ours. One thing, though, with this, building it this way, when you start putting down floors and stuff, when you need to rearrange your floors, if you demolish the floor with something on it, at least in the past, I lost stuff that way. I think now what it does is if you destroy the floor, the stuff falls to the level below it. But in the past, I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of shit. I think every server has a Harco dildo. I think it does. TRF 94 months. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for your help. Welcome back in. Was it lubed, says Varric? It was always lubed. Believe it or not. Harcos do. do use lube every now and then. No, it's not in their nature, but you can replace instead. Yes, I suppose I could do that. Actually running low on granite, which is a little bit depressing. Literally was blind. I couldn't see that. No! Alright, once this is up, we'll just get a floor up at that level, I think, and get it boxed off, and then probably have to go get some more granite. Like Albert said, you replace option now on the tool. Is that a new thing then? Was that not there before? Sure, the floor still breaks. Whatever you have built on it just broke 10 of my water storage that way. Oh, yeah. Okay. So don't do that. Yeah, you have to move everything first. I learned that the hard way. Do you know what would be cool? Can you do this? Can you like... No, you can't like chain build. Like if I could just go like drag it around. I guess that's what like the blueprints and stuff are for in the future. Pillars, foundations... Edge walls, roofs, angle the roof. Where's the floor? There it is, structure. No, it's just under all. There it is. Yeah, like if I could drag this round and just, you know, just make a ton of holograms at once. New since you play started in chapter 2. Ah, okay. No! Oof. Did they wipe these servers? No, Quackums. They did not, dude. But I lost all my shit. Because I let it die. I let it crumble to the sandstorms. It's under roof. Thanks, Cowbell. Yeah. What's up? How you doing, Quackums? Yeah, mine decayed, Quackums. All my little base decayed. It wasn't anything special, but it did have all my stuff in it that I'd collected over the whole course of the game. I mean, I probably lost some pretty important items, to be honest. Now that I think about it. Like, you know, quest-related things, memorabilia things. Like, I guess they're gone, guys. They're gone? It's making my inner Care Bear upset. Gone for good? To the day off work, nasty cold, so I ate some edibles. It's been a great day. Did you just have edibles kicking around, Quackups? Cool game, but I'm too tired. Lurking. Hey, Patrick. What's up, dude? No worries, man. Of course. You do you. I don't demand your attention. Much. gone like the copium for Star Citizen. That's why we have reserves. We have reserves, cowbell. Yeah, I need to be able to just drag these boxes around and then, like, build at once. If I want to be super lazy. Alright, so... There's that, there's that. We can keep building up if we want, if we desire. An ornithopter. I say you there! I say you there! What brings you to these parts? This is a pleasant neighborhood. We don't want your kind here. Your loud ornithopters and boisterous ways. How terrible does this look from the outside? What do these walls look like? Ah, okay. So there's kind of like a little blue light in them. Kind of looks shit on top of that foundation. This looks like a goddamn... This looks like one of the outposts in Waterworld. Looks like a pile of crap. Oh, what have I built? What have I done? It's not meant to be pretty yet. This is just a shelter at this point. Storm incoming? I think we're fine. Oh, shit. No, we're not fine. We're sealed. We should be safe now. Oh shit, it's a big one! Glorious. That's right, the screenshots are coming out. Still got that big ass on my character. I'm not a big fan of that. Side note, I moved my base a week after building it. If the ground is uneven, it will fill in foundation from thin air so you can still place your base. Ah. That's cool. Yeah, it's thick. I don't know why they make the, why my dude is so thick in the arse and thighs, but it doesn't look proportional. Oh, shit! Here it comes! And it's gone. Oh, it actually went... What? Did that just change direction? No, we're just on the edge. Yeah, we're fine. Hey, Wallace, what's up, dude? Welcome. Glad to see you in Dune again. Yeah, I'm just kind of touching base with it today. You know, checking out all the shit that I lost, claiming my rewards. Actually, that reminds me, I can claim all my rewards now. Let's go claim our rewards. So this is what Funcom gave me as someone who hasn't played for months. What's the best way to do this? Got claimed. So I basically just have to have a completely clear inventory. And then I go back to claim rewards. Claim. Wow, they have literally given me all of that. Everything on here is all mine until it's all gone. This is just not a way to claim it straight into my storage. I'm complaining about free stuff. Funcom, you didn't make it super easy for me to claim all your free stuff. I'm quitting again for another 3 months. Oh, this is very handy. Look at this. Everything. I thought maybe it would just let me take some of it, but... it's all mine. Demon, what's going on? Good to see you. Hey, Rich 6. Welcome, guys. I became a rich man and I have many a spice melange. If you need stuff, would you like me to help with transporting some of the stuff? I appreciate that, Volus, but I'm okay, actually, for now. I'm kind of just trying to find my own footing after not playing for so long. Like, it's been months, really, since I've actually played the game. Many months. So if you're like me and you didn't play for many months, Funcom has given everyone who didn't play for a certain period of time, I believe, a huge amount of resources to get going again. Because I've lost everything as it is, right? I lost all my shit because I didn't keep my base up. So them giving us all this stuff is actually, from my perspective, pretty freaking handy, to be honest. So if you have been playing, I don't think you get any of this. Because some of the other guys, Tier F and stuff, who have been playing regularly, said they didn't get anything like this. Ton of shit, Ultra. Did you get it as well, man? I get nothing. Nope. Reward tab is nil. Oh, I feel kind of bad about that. I thought everyone would have got it. I've been maintaining as many bases as I can since launch. Yeah, you've been a legend, Volus, for that. Except you let mine die. I won't forget it, man. I won't forget that. But it's cool to see that some of you have been up, you know, keeping your shit. It's cool to log in and still see, you know, like GT's base and the warehouse that Clacky runs. Oh my god, this is, yeah, this is definitely slow. Why'd you lose your stuff, Anarchos? Because I let my house die with all my stuff in it. Granted, I didn't have a lot of stuff in it, but I had pretty much everything I'd collected since I started the game in June was in that base, and I let it die. It's only my fault. I'm the only one to blame. Dead Tamagotchi, exactly that, yeah. Can I not open the container and then claim rewards? No. All the PvPers get free stuff. In the future, if you quit playing for a bit, you can store your base in the tool with the machines and water for later, then place it anywhere when you... Yes, so that's the one of the big changes. What's bullshit, Cowbell? Streamer privilege? Rich says, I played Dune for a week or so last year. Didn't realize I'd lose everything when I didn't play for a few weeks. Maybe walk away. Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing. But you might have got a big reward package like this as well, Ridge. So you can basically come back in, build a storage like I've done, and then start fresh, I would assume. Sorry, guys. This is going to take a while, isn't it? It's mostly some of the heavier stuff that's going to take a lot of time. 4,000 granite? 2,000 fuel? This is amazing. It's literally giving me everything. I don't have to go farm anything for quite some time. Amazing. Actually a good... This is a good, casual, Care Bear friendly reward system here for me. Hello, Count Zero. Thanks for the Prime, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Welcome in. New subscriber, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, man. Yeah, on my server, I've been the maintenance man, keeping gens powered for the guild base and keeping my own bases up. Good man, good man. Good form. Yeah, I was the liability. Everybody kindly kept mine up longer than it should have been up, to be quite honest. I would log on maybe once every week or two minimum. At least, sorry, and then throw down, like, go grind a few fuel cells, put them in the power gens, and then get off. Oh. Thanks, Count Zero. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Enjoy your ad-free viewing, your emotes, and your special subscriber badge. Big Meat. We don't tell him that here. Well, if you're here for if this is your first time here, Count Zero, I'm mostly a Star Citizen content creator. But I do dabble in other games as well. Just that there isn't enough good games out there for me to dabble in. Not a fan of this system. You put a lot of effort building, grinding, and you have obligation to maintain it. Come on. Yeah, that's because you're an EVE player, Anarchos, and you believe in people being rewarded for their time and people not being rewarded for doing nothing. But the only reason they've done this in Dune is because of the massive changes to upkeep that they've made and the systems that regulate bases. So it would, you know, it's fair for them to do it this time. It's not fair for them to keep doing it when people take a break, I would say. I still have so much stuff. This is amazing. So I think the only... Oh, okay, Count Zero. Nice. Well, thanks for coming over for some Dune as well. I appreciate that. They've only given me this care package because of the changes to the maintenance system that they've made. Otherwise, I don't think this is ever going to happen again. I think this is just a one-off. And me, being a little scavenger, I'll take it. I'll take it, goddammit. That bell music is freaking ominous. Irradiated slag. Take it, you irradiated slag. That's the name of the item in the game, by the way, guys. I'm not just coming out with random phrases. I mean, I could build anything at this point with all this. They've even given me spice. Absolutely outrageous. It's a Care Bear package, it is. PvP player package. Even Plastone. My god, there's so much stuff. Watch me basically abandon this space next and lose it all. What I should have done is stored all this in a sensible way as well, but I just want to get it out of get the claims out of the reward system and into the storage. You probably have more stuff than me. That's madness. It feels kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I mean, you're welcome to come take shit, obviously. And that goes for anybody. Clacky and any of you guys in the guild. I wanted to keep it all for myself. Mostly. Storage. I should call her. No more taxes, so no more paying the Emperor. Yay! I think that's a bad thing, though. I thought that was a pretty cool mechanic. I think you should have to pay taxes still, but it shouldn't be tied to your fief. There should be another form of taxes. You know, money sinks, time sinks, resource sinks are always good in these games if they're done properly. Like, I think there should still be taxes, but it should be for something else, not for just keeping your advanced sub-fief. Hey, Glitch. How's it going, dude? Supremist tax? Oh, that just exists innately. Unfortunately for everyone else. Modify. Oh, dude, this is nuts. This is going to keep going and going and going. Well, I mean, this is a good preview of what you can get if you are someone like me who hasn't played it for many months. Maybe this is enough to get you back in. And, rebuild. You still have the power sink? True. Power sink is still a thing. Jeez, I'm getting carpal tunnel on this. Oh, look, we're nearly at the end. We've nearly done it all. It's nearly all done. Yes! I claimed all my free stuff. Thank you, Funcom. Thank you, Daddy Joel. Alright, well that is everything I need at this point. Any tools you might need, I can come over with mats for big boxes. I'm good for now. Wallace, thanks, man. I'm sorry. I know you want to help. But I'm gonna do it myself. For now, at least. You know, like I said, this was just a short bonus stream today, getting reacquainted, touching base with everything. I mean, there is a whole host of story content out there as well, guys, like, which I'm not going to do on stream because it's spoilers, but it's a whole host of new story content to do with Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 if you haven't played any of that, so, you know, this isn't it, obviously. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Cowbell. Yeah, what are you doing then, Volas? If you're logging in and playing regularly, besides from maintaining people's bases, what's been your driver to keep playing? Or is that it? Maintenance. I think Piggy said there was about 10,000 active players at the moment, which is, you know, definitely a fall-off. So let's actually have a look. What is it? Steam charts? Steam charts isn't completely... If I'm not mistaken, Steam charts isn't the only... Actually, is it the only place you can play? $12,900 players in the last... Oh, this was a 24-hour peak. Okay, so this is the most in the last 24 hours. All-time peak was 189,000. Having a monopoly on Agave seed sales, which I lost recently, making my Solari hit 5 mil, and then story dungeons. Nice! Alright, cool. Some nice personal incentives. I like it, Wallace. I mean, that's probably more than SC. SC? Yeah, quite possibly. Really hard to gauge with SC. They gave all return players 50 seeds. They did. I know what's going to happen. You're all going to come for my seeds, aren't you? Well, you can't have them. They're mine. Do you want my seeds, Wallace? So I guess the player the player auction house is a battleground for those. I'm good, thank you. Okay. The grand box is almost complete. We're almost fully sheltered. Invalid replacement? Really? No, it isn't. Okay. Have it your way. Again, guys, this isn't a masterpiece. This is just shelter at this point. So when it comes to replacing, can I... So I want to replace that with... Yeah, okay, so I can replace it with wall segment 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, cool. Alright, I need more floor. It's half wall to full wall replacement. Yeah, so I guess you can't do that. Just it needs to be a replacement of the exact same size. Ruined, unplayable. Imagine what would happen if a significant portion of the 6.3 million SE accounts all logged into the game at the same time. That is a valid question. Like, imagine. Because I think the first lighting of the beacon will be Squadron 42. And then after that, 1.0. But until then, yeah, we've just got, like, Star Citizen has this trickling player base that's, you know, keeping the game funded and keeping the engagement at a satisfactory level, I suppose. But yeah, what's going to happen? CIG's going to have a shitload more servers ready for the day, whenever that day is, when all the players decide, you know what, it's time. I'm going to play that scam again. Change your name to D-Bucks. Do you get the full resources when you demolish? You do. Outstanding. The king rebuilding his castle. I never had a castle. I only ever had a peasant's shack gloom gun. Everybody else had the castle. Their AWS build would be more insane. Yeah, I mean, that must be a factor. They must think about that. Shit, you know, when we finally make this game 1.0, whatever, we gotta fund the servers to sustain potentially. I mean, you'd never get that many people on at once, but maybe you'd get like a few 100,000 playing at once. Maybe even 1 million on like a 1.0 launch or something, but. Yeah, terrible. Well, we don't even know how they're going to do their servers yet, so who knows? Look at the state of this. Talking about eyesores. That is such a... That's a Borg cube. I have made a Borg cube. Yes. It's a tactical cube. It's the upgraded ones. Tactical Borg cubes from Voyager. $4. This is absolutely hideous. Resistance is futile. Your biological and technological distinctiveness shall be added to my own. Half of a cube? What do you mean? This is a full cube here, my friend. Just get a feel for some of these other walls, see what they look like. They all have this slight blue light on them, it would seem. Hey, watch out! Now it looks even more obnoxious and we have a different wall suddenly layered around the top. Who goes there? I don't know if my VoIP is properly set up.
To offer a tax of spice.
Excuse me? Is that a Mr. Wallace?
Sir, it's me.
Hello, welcome. Welcome to my humble cube.
It's a cozy cube.
Prepare to be assimilated, my friend. Drop your linen and stop your grinning. It's time for assimilation.
Drop my stuff on the floor, or can you pick up stuff on the floor, maybe?
Huh? What do you want? What are you giving me? You just can't resist, can you, Wallace? The hell is this?
Or where that came from?
Stuff you
for
don't
a big
want?
box. Yeah, stuff for a big box. Spice Milan.
Well, thank you. I'm going to dump it in my storage here. Congrats, you've built HMP Slough. It's a total dump. But it's just literally a storage box for now. Thanks, Wallace, I guess. I told you not to bring me anything, you still did. What is your major malfunction, Wallace? You brought me some agave seeds as well? Where are my seeds?
There's more stuff dropped right underneath at the center of your cube. Good luck.
Are you littering in my cube? Unbelievable.
Those are valuable resources I'm giving freely.
Cheers, dudes. See you in a bit. I don't actually know if I had any agave seeds. What? I don't think I did get any tier F. And the base covelates. I see you like to stay organized. I do. I mean, I generally do, but not here. Ugh. There's no way to move this into my boxes, is there? I've got to do the trip. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Wallace. You make tequila from that. Spice tequila. CC. Definitely have 50 at some point. Oh, I think you're right. I think it's in the org base. Yeah, well, let's copy that. I think I already had enough, dude, because of the freebies. Mr. Lynx.
Snort that tasty, tasty spice.
Yes. Thank you, Mushly Madoo. Thank you for 41 months. Man, I feel like you were only here yesterday. For the first time, Lynx. Thanks, man, for the 41. I appreciate that. welcome back to you. You know, I'm going to try something, guys. Can you keep an eye on the stream? Let me know if it stutters again. I'm going to turn kick on again. See if we drop frames again. I think it may have just been a minor blip in the internet earlier. See if we drop frames. Geranium. That must be in here somewhere. I don't think we are dropping frames. It seems to be stable now. Must have been a blip. Yeah, I think it's fine. No idea what caused that. Just hiccups in the network, I guess. We've nearly done it all. Yeah, this is great. It's pretty great to be able to have all these free resources. I think that was a good shout on Funcom's part. Definitely makes it less overwhelming as somebody that hasn't played for a few months. Look at this. I already have an empire. Kicking it in gear, T-Ref. Yes. Goddamn right. Alright, there it is. All the shit stored. Thank you for the gifts, Mr. Volus. It is a gift. When is a gift? Wait a minute. When is a gift not a gift? What does Volus expect in return? Oh no. What have I done? I've accepted it. It's too late to take it back now. Fallen for the classic Harkonnen
When is a
trap.
gift not a gift?
He's got me! A couple more of these crappy ones for now. All the great houses are built on bribes. Certainly are. I don't know about Atreides though. What the fuck? This rock looks like a pig. I have carved a pig into the base. Hey Klaus, what's up, man? How are you today? Welcome. Oh, hello. Yes. Freecom. All this shit and he stops playing tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I can come back now though, Cowbell, whenever I feel like it. And not have any loss. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Until I like put some stuff that needs to be powered in here, of course. And the occasional sandstorm. Yeah, I still have to refill the fuel, but I've got like a ton of it. Alright. Continue with this hideous monstrosity. Let's take a look at these walls as well. How much higher can we get? I think that's as high as it gets at this point, so we leave it there, and the rest can be for a basic roof, I guess. Not that. You can save it in the new tool, though? Yeah, there's that as well. There's that big change. No! How can he be here? Is this a time singularity? Mr. Data, get me some replicator. It is just a little cheeky boner stream. Klaus, bonus stream. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Again, I think I'm going to just put a basic roof on this for now. I just need like a freaking hover platform above to build a good roof. Jesus, what the hell? Can I make it... Can I put this on the edge? So I need rounded roof there. Yeah, this is... It's all over the place. I guess I can put 2 on there and then... No. No, 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 no. Oh, that's a cool piece of roof, though. I like that. That's a nice piece of roof. No, we want to rounded. Rounded. No? Want it angled up. No, wrong one. There it is. Rounded roof corner for the Smuggler set. Very industrial looking. You have any money, Detox? Solaris? Yeah, I got like... Fuck, that's a good point. All my Solaris were in my base. I got 16,000. Not a lot, dude. Yeah, all my Solaris were in that base. Yikes. Do you require a monetary donation? No, no, I don't think I do, Wallace. Thank you. I will earn it when the time comes. What? Oh no, that's literally just... No, there it is. Is this the piece I want? Oh. I don't think this is the piece I want here. Yeah, I guess that'll do for now. I guess that'll do. Should have put them in the bank. Yeah, I definitely should have.
Did someone say donation?
Bing, 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 bing.
I kept them all in a box like an idiot. I should have put them in the bank for sure. Thanks for the bits, Klaus. Could have gone for the engorgement of your base. What do you mean the engorgement of the base? TRF, huh? What is this? Was ist das? Yeah, so the rounded one obviously can't go there anymore, but got to look at it. We've got to see what it's like. I've got roof corner 2. What does this one look like? Smugglers are like a mix of... I guess smugglers are basically like whatever they can get their hands on. So the style is kind of like a mix of crap they found lying around Arrakis. Can't tell like what angle that's supposed to be on. And like stuff that's made out of, you know, proper metals and stuff. There's the proper angle. This looks so strange from the underside. Very Tusken Raider-like, yeah. It's like it's a mixture of like components and crap they found on Arrakis. So I'm just placing all these different pieces just to get a good idea of what they look like, mixing it up. That does not look right at all. But I'm just getting a look at what this all looks like. Stick it to you. What's up, dude? You need water, by the way? Yeah, I took some. I've got a liter John that's pretty filled up still. That doesn't look right to me. That doesn't... Like, it feels like that should be going out the other way. Just me? We're cooking out here. Oh, no, no, no. Get this roof up so we stop burning to death. Definitely quicker doing it that way. The Borg cube grows. So that's the edges. It looks hideous. Very weird from the inside, this. Like, it feels like it should be almost pointing outwards. Creating like almost like a overhang. So then we need to fill the middle of this with... What do you fill the middle with? Just rooftop? Oh, I guess I could make like multiple layers. That would look kind of good. No, that's not right. Really? Oh, okay. No, that doesn't make sense. Why does that one come back over there? Oh, shit. We got a storm coming? No. Why does that one come back over the edge here, but this one doesn't? What, did I place it differently? I think it's because it's a different set, I guess. Oh, well. We continue on. This rounded... I like this one. This rounded roof edge. Smuggler set. Very industrial, but... we only have one on this corner. Again, I'm kind of just looking at all the different pieces. That's why it looks like an absolute mess. Angled roof inwards corner. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. They were triangles? Yeah, they're like, these ones are. Angular ones. So you can create like these... yeah, like these, you know, angular edges. But, I don't know why these ones have come... why is that one overlapped? Don't understand. Why doesn't it go up to the edge? I may have just placed that wrong, but look, you can see it's like overlapped it. Very strange. If I do this again... ah, that's why, because I connected it to... okay, so I built this too close. Yeah, I just built it at a weird angle, that's why. So then using the replace method, I can just do that. Nice. Oh, the replace thing is cool. That's useful. Storm incoming. Yeah, thank you, Roscoe. There she blows. I think we'll be fine.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm.
We'll have this dump up in time, I think. That there, and that there. This monstrosity should now connect. Did we use different pieces on that side? No. Here it comes! Yeah, we probably won't have this up in time. You know, I don't really want to just put this basic-ass rooftop thing in. Wait, I can't connect it to the top there? Oh, this slightly goes over. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm going to turn that around again. It's kind of cool. Smuggler set is kind of cool. I like these little details, these little windows and stuff. I kind of screwed it up here, though.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Alright, take cover. We are sheltered. Oh my god, this looks awful from underneath. Not a fan of that. Oh. And I've completely made it higgledy-piggledy. In the other roof piece. The rag one. Man, those storms feel like they pass even quicker as well. Need the ones you used on the sides. You mean like this? The rounded roof? Rounded roof? I mean, I think this works. I just need to angle them. Actually, no. I don't think I can angle them another way. Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, this just needs to be moved around. Like that. I just angled them like an idiot. Now they connect with the roof. Angled roof, middle left. Yeah, I think this is it though, right? That's what you mean? We just needed to turn it. It has been turned. And then now it's going to be flat, but we angle, I think we can do that, I guess, and then angle the rest. Place the rest in? Yeah. Use these boring flat ones. Jesus! And then in the middle I have the big nipple. It's easy building a cube. Oh no, I can't build that nipple in the middle. No, actually I can. I can build 4 nipples. There you are. 4 nipples. Nipple tower is complete. Gaze upon my gigantic eyesore, you bastards. Sorry, GT. The cube. It looks even worse than last time. The cube is complete. What's up, Asnog? It's a mixture between a tactical cube and Whiskey Outpost from Starship Troopers. You can use the angled roof, not corners, to connect the sides you had before instead of the flat roof. The sides I had before. Oh, this piece. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I thought this would look kind of cool. This little, almost like turrets, right, with the windows. But yes. This is the piece you mean, I think. My Arrakis, my cube, yes. Where the hell do we put the door? Shit, what wall was this? Was it wall... standard wall? No. Oh, that wall actually looks better, to be honest. Was it wall 2? Wall 2! Ding ding, we have a winner. And then that one is wall 4, I think. Yes. Was just if you didn't want the flat roof. Oh, to just keep going. Into like a point, you mean? Tier F? All right, let's build one of these new gates as well. That's not it. Smuggler garage door. There it is. Okay. Assume I can just put this in here. Move further inside land claim. Are you shitting me? What is going on? Yeah, we may have a problem. We may have a problem. We built too close to the edge. We can't put a garage door in. What have I done? Problem solved. It's bigger than your current block opening? Oh, was that what it was? Oh, I'm an idiot. It was just too big. Oh, I thought it was 2. Ah, okay. In that case, I will try again. Yes, you're right. My bad. The cube is open for business. All right, that's really, really cool now. You've got these gates. But can I build any kind of incline into it? I think it's too close to the edge. Shit. I can't open this without a vehicle or something? Come on. Thank you. Yeah. We're just a little bit too... Yeah, we're just a little bit too close to the edge of the build area. I don't think you'd be able to drive into that. Very funny, Fleck. 2x door placement has always donkey dong in Dune? What do you mean? Yeah, I think you're right, James. Thank you. Where can I find the Smuggler building set? Hey, Falcon, it is a DLC, I'm afraid. It's the Broken Lands DLC. You gotta buy it on Steam. Get a horizontal base extension and put it on that side so you can build all the way out to the road. Okay, that would be the solution. In the meantime, can I just put at least foundation in that gap. No. Yeah, it's bad. I like the walls next to the door. Makes it like a cool entrance. Well, I appreciate you liking my crappy ass thrown together box, Mr. Cobb. But none of this is fancy. This is just me putting up a big ass shelter with everything I have available to me through the rewards and just taking a look at some of the new Smuggler stuff. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Right. Fuel generators. Isn't there better fuel generators? Bigger, better ones? Is there only one size? I don't remember. Augmentation station. Ooh. Oops. Plastanium ingots. Ah, I guess they didn't give me any free plastanium. How dare they? But I think is that it? It's just one. There's only one power generator? I feel like there was bigger ones. Hey, Mark, what's up, dude? Welcome back. You can move the slope 1 into the building. Yeah, I think that would probably be what I'll do in the meantime. All my bases start as a box, then I lay out what I want within that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to do. Spice power generator. Ah, that might be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm essentially... what my theory is here. When I next come back, I've just got a box, something laid out to, you know, to craft into something better, to chisel into something better. So that's 20 days. Now we got plenty more fuel there as well. So that's it then. That's like safe now. Oh wow, that does kind of look cool. Get a good, you can get an idea of like what you can do with the Smuggler set, sort of. Little look at some of the unique elements of it. These windows are this does look scuffed as hell though. I think you could make a pretty cool set with it though, but it would take some time obviously. That's true, the wind turbines, yeah. Thanks, glad to be here. Was scrolling your SC vids and chose We Hot Drop 12 makes it an insane night build. Very good indeed. Yeah, you like that one, Mark? Cool. Yeah, that was fun, man. That was just before the new year. It was a fun event. Yeah, you could do some cool stuff with this. Like, you could make something that looks quite neat. You more architecturally inclined players. I could make something good with this, but this is just, you know, slapped together. But no, this is protected now, right? You just put the power gen, if I recall correctly. I don't need... there isn't like a shield generator or something. I guess I could put a penta shield in the side as well. If I really wanted to. I need to get my ornithopter out. Yeah, a bit bizarre looking. You're right. Can you fly that through the garage door? Ha! You can! Epic. So you don't need the pentashield. You can just fly through the big doors. There it is. You know what? This Smuggler set does look kind of cool. If you put a little bit of effort into this, you could make something looking pretty sick, I think. Yeah, I gotta put some time into this. I gotta improve this. Make something... Obviously, all these random bits that I've slapped in are just me looking at what the different pieces look like, but... Yeah, you could make a pretty good looking set with this. And it feels like it fits in the world quite well, you know? As this game ages, you run the risk, don't you, of like, who knows where the DLC base building will go. Like, is Funcom going to start adding, like, you know, cross-universe base building sets and things? Like, where do they go with it? If this game has a long life, at some point, like, what do they start introducing as base building? Why did my door just open? Tiled textures on the main wall piece is a bit meh compared to the other sets. This is all... I mean, if you mixed up the wall sets a little bit, it probably wouldn't be so bad. But are you talking about like the basic sections, essentially? You compare them to like the Harkonnen one here. Because there's 4 different wall pieces you've got for the Smuggler set. I did just go with 2. Alright, Mark, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Yeah, it looks like that tile texture you see on Star Citizen ground textures. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I've probably used one of the worst walls to repeat. That is wall number 4. And then you have, what's that up there? Nothing. And then you have this wall piece underneath, wall piece number 2. Thing is, I'm a Harkonnen guy, you know? I think I would like to mix this with some Harkonnen pieces to get something that vibes with me. I do like the Harkonnen shit, but the Smuggler set kind of works with both, I think. It doesn't look too out of place with either the Harkonnen or the Atreides pieces. The Observer set I'm not too familiar with, actually, Dangdalf. Observer set's more metallic, isn't it? It's sort of... Yeah, that was one of the original ones. Yeah, that could probably work with it as well. I think Funcom, when they make these sets, they make them with that in mind, that they can be used with the other sets, which is good. Decree issued. So, lands red missions. Both guild faction alignment and the rank of house operator required to participate. Both guild faction alignment. Rank of house operator. Okay, so I need to gain a higher rank in order to get access to the lands red missions. Okay. Damn, they haven't changed any of the decrees. These are still the same sort of decrees we had months ago. So I need to get to a higher rank, which means I'd have to do more missions for either faction beyond level 5. I thought level 5 was high enough. I love the Dune Man garage doors. You haven't seen much of that either. What is the hell of the game looking like? I stopped playing last year, been playing Arc Raiders, kind of gave up when it seemed like they didn't know what to do with the deep desert. Still, that is still the problem, Fry. They still don't know what to do with it yet. That is what I'm waiting for as well. This was just me just sort of dipping my toe in again, getting back on my feet, assessing like where it is, taking a look at some of the new stuff that I got access to because I'm a Funcom partner, so they give me this stuff for free to kind of play with and show off to you guys. And just, yeah, get a, just remind myself of how to do things so I'm not completely lost when they do eventually get the deep desert online. Because that's, you know, I'm not going to come back for any extended period of time yet until the deep desert gets its rework. I know level 20 is max now, Jambalaya, but I thought level 5 was what I needed to get access to those missions. Who goes there? Must be GT. I'd definitely take a look at the game again if they overhaul the end game, start over, lost my bases. Dude, I lost all my bases as well, Fry. How long have you not been playing for? Hello there, neighbor.
Ah, that's a mighty fine box you got there.
Hello, Mr. Roscoe. Don't mind our new construction. It's my dream home. I've always wanted to build it. And, the Emperor finally granted me some land rights. I hope you don't mind it. I hope you don't think it's too much of an eyesore on the neighborhood.
Welcome addition, to be sure.
Yeah, how long ages? So you will get a massive... You should get a massive care package, Fry. That's what I got. I'll show you. So if you stop playing for quite a long time, because I lost everything as well. I've logged in and it was just me and the clothes I had on my back. I've lost all my shit that I collected over like 5 weeks because I just stopped playing. But they gave me all this. They gave you, if you weren't playing for a certain amount of time, Funcom has hooked people up with this giant care package filled with resources. So you can basically completely rebuild when you decide to play again. All this, all this, all this, all this, like a ton of shit. However, I think you only get it if you didn't play for a certain amount of time. So I guess you have to hit that threshold. Yeah. You had millions? Yeah, that's rough. I think you just have to do a quest. I also just came back to Dune level 5. Oh, okay, Jambalaya. Cool, cool, cool. Where do you get the quest from then? Faction guy at one of the outposts, I guess? But yeah, you know, I'm not going to come back yet because there's still there isn't a reason for me to come back yet. As soon as they get that deep desert sort of revamped and give us a reason, I'll be back. For now, I kind of wanted to just get in, dip my toes in again, get a base up. And so the cool thing is I can store this now, right? Do I need a special tool for that? That I probably don't have access to. Yeah, you're probably right, Jambalaya. If they ever make a 2.0 release with good in-game, I would also kind of like a fresh start server. I kind of feel you there, actually. Hest. Yeah, and like Fry says, he would have been happy to start fresh, but I would be more happy to start fresh if everyone started fresh. Maybe they'll do that. That would be a good idea for them. Hey, we've got a revamped endgame. We've redone everything. Here's some brand new servers as well. I think that would bring a lot of people back. Tool 4, you have it already, the EBT? Oh. It's just the vehicle backup tool? For bases? I'm talking about the base thing, Pilgrim. Exactly, Buttress. The time for the gift loot is you needed to be logged out for 28 or more days before Chapter 3 went live. There you go. Thanks to Gunther for looking that up. Need to research the base storage tool. Right, I figured. I figured as much. So let's take a look. Base reconstruction tool? I think that was it. Still so much shit I didn't research. Never needed it. So to build that... Iron ingots. Works with General Fabricator, Survival Fabricator. So... Let's see how this works. Oh, is the general one actually one up from this? No, I just went right over it. That'll work on Deep Desert and Reset as well, make it easier to pack down the base. I would assume so. Let's find out how this works. Cannot be backed up for 6 days, 22 hours, 22 minutes. Holy shit, it literally covers the whole thing and grabs everything inside it. That is awesome. Ooh, so I can... Basically everything inside the thief perimeter gets stored, and then what? I can plop it down? Completed? Hacker Nation, what's up, dude? Wait, you lose everything if you haven't played, even if you had stuff stashed in the bank storage? No, that's all fine, Hager. Everything you had in your base, if you didn't upkeep your base. I didn't upkeep my base, so everything I had stored in the boxes, all my credits, all my items I collected from all the missions, and resources I had backed up for myself, and gear, and everything is all gone. Because I let it lapse over, man. I let the storms eat my base and all my shit in it. Just because we just weren't engaged with the game for so long, so... Yeah, I kind of let it happen. Let's be honest, you had shit in your base. Well, I did have shit in my base, but I also had some things in there from, like, mission rewards and things that was special. Right, there's sentimental value. And apparently you can plop it back down in the exact same spot you had it previously if that spot is open. Yeah, I was going to say, like, how does it work when you place it somewhere with different floor and all that stuff? We're not backup vehicles inside. You have to break them down or use the vehicle store in this tool unless they changed it recently. But yeah, I would be surprised if it backs up vehicles. But that's fine. So you have this right mouse mode now with the what are they called? Rapiers. So this is left mouse button. And then you have right mouse button, which is more of a defensive stance, defensive moves, and then attack-based moves. I think this is like the parry. Yeah, it'd be so cool if they just introduced that PvP arena mode and you could do all this stuff. They have to get on that. It's such an easy win for them. I think they specifically mentioned though that they don't have the tools for queuing into like an instance, which is why they haven't done it yet, if I recall correctly. Nah, you're good, Haganation. I think you're good. Tries to fit it by adding structural items. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned that earlier. I think that's amazing. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing. That's a pretty good thing. And, you know, I don't need to worry about this yet. I can come back. It's probably 6 days for me, obviously, because the base is brand new. But for anyone else, you could probably come in now and build this tool and store your shit and you're good. So I could store this in my tool and then just go to... well, just log out or go to Arakeen or something and just be good to come back whenever I want after that point. If you're just tuning in, sorry, this is just a monstrosity that I slapped together with a new set so that I had something to just kind of test this all with. Hey, D-Docs joining in now. How's June now after some time? Just tuned in. Code, so I'm just dabbling myself. I'm just dipping my toe in today. It was a short sort of bonus stream just to get a feel for everything and sort of re-establish myself in the game to some degree, at least, after losing everything. Show you guys kind of where it's at. But mostly, for the most part, they've just added loads of quality of life. They've added, you know, some new building sets with the DLC that's paid. But the free chapter update introduced loads of new PvE content, new story content, new dungeons. Although, like, they don't really interest me too much because all they are is just sort of like a rework of the existing test centers with different bosses and slightly different boss mechanics. What else did they do with Chapter 3? It's basically, the biggest things is like lots of quality of life stuff. And the story additions. For me, it's not enough yet, personally. Are the new dungeons not instanced? Yes, but what I'm saying is that I think Funcom doesn't have a way for you to like matchmake or like queue into a dungeon with another player to fight, is what I'm saying, Jambalaya. Testing station 152 with the electricity is the bane of my existence. I want to nuke it off the map. Is that one of the new ones, Black Graham? The dungeons can be fun and a challenge. Yeah, they are, but like, I feel like when you've done a whole bunch, it's hard to make them fresh and exciting when it's like, for the most part, it comes down to bullet sponge enemies. Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet, Black Ram. But for me, like, if I'm going to keep playing and come back for an extended period of time, I just need the Deep Desert reworked. These garage doors are cool, though. That tool is cool, though. That's a cool tool. So I'm going to basically have to log on again in a week or so and just store this base, and then I'm basically good. I don't have to worry again. Which, you know, sort of... I guess you can only store your base I'm assuming Funcom's made it so you can only do that maybe once every 7 days or something, because otherwise you're just going to have a completely empty Haga Basin or a completely empty deep desert, right? There'd be no buildings, so it must be on a timer. Obviously, I can't do mine for another 7 days because I just built this 2 hours ago. But I assume everybody else, it'll just be like once every 7 days as well, maybe, or once every X amount of days. It stores all your chest storage as well? I freaking hope so. It must do. This is annoying because I can't tell you. Is anybody else, I guess... Yeah, I can't tell you. And I guess once you've stored it, you... Maybe there's a... I wonder if there's a timer once you've stored your base for you before you can place it down again. Sorry, I'm late to the show. What is the game like? Should I get it? Well, it's been out since last year, June, official, so it's not like it's new. I put a review out on my channel when it did come out. You're welcome to check that out. It's called Why Is Everyone Playing Dune Awakening? It's a good game. There's definitely a good 100 hours to 200 hours of content playing solo, doing the PvE stuff, but the end game isn't there yet for me. Okay, Bellatar. Okay. It does store everything in your bases, Jambalaya. Yeah, I would hope so. So yeah, it's really good. It's pretty good. I think that's a good addition. As long as there is a timer before you can place it again and store it again, which is a week. Don't know what the timer is before you can place it. Well, I guess it'd be a week, right? So you store it. If I store this in 7 days, I guess I can store it instantly, but then I can't store it again. I place it instantly, but then I can't store it again for another 7 days, so you can't, like, abuse it. Someone can take your spot in between. Yeah, so if you're really precious about your spot, you just continue to, you know, leave it where it is and continue to refill the fuel cells. But if you weren't too precious about the spot, then you just store it. So yeah, that's a nice quality of life for people that don't want to, you know, play for extended periods of time. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we checked this out. I'm glad I kind of got a good bearing on it now. That is that's nice. Game looks great in 4K as well. It's the first time I've played it in 4K. It's a good looking game. Resistance to that base seems futile. It is. Bellatar, I don't know if you were here when we were talking about it. It's definitely a Borg cube. It's a tactical Borg cube. You know the Borg cube when they add the extra layers of armor to it in Voyager? This is what it looks like from the inside. The roof sets are quite cool. You get this orangey glass, sort of looks dank, dirty. Yeah, Jambalaya, it does. It does. Great for mining bases in Haga. You can set up a buggy base, gather resources, and move to another area if you need for higher tier rises. Yeah. Yeah, I think Dune Awakening's building system overall remains pretty goated, to be honest. I like lots of windows, though. Yeah, well, again, this is just a haphazard box that I put together. Eventually, I would refine this and make it look decent. But we do have the 4 nipples on top. That's the most important thing. Boing, 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 boing. Covered in coarse, rough, irritating sand. It gets everywhere. Gets everywhere, Scarab. Looks like 7 different crews are working on the roof, each with different work orders. Yeah, and I just started putting windows on this side and then gave up as well. Yeah, I'm not giving up on this game yet, guys. I think Dune Awakening is an excellent game until you get to the end game. I've got to figure this out. So I'm going to continue following it, but I'm not going to start playing it regularly now. There's not enough for me to get invested in yet. I suppose I should start working on things like the augments, because if I leave that for when the end game is in, or improved, sorry, revamped, everybody's going to be ahead of me with all these augments, and their characters are going to be more powerful. And I'll be vanilla, but it's something I can work on when they've actually outlined some sort of end game that's worth grinding for. With the Force, anything is possible, Bellatar. Some would say it was unnatural. Yeah, Pilgrim, exactly. So yeah, I think, I hope I have given some of you guys a sort of fresh, updated look on some of this stuff. There's obviously a bunch of content, PvE content they've added in the chapters since I last played, which I haven't shown or I'm not going to do, but hopefully this has been a bit of a top up for some of you guys who've been out of the game for quite some time. I'm willing to actually start from nothing if it's better. I'm installing it in and going to try it another time. What, are you waiting for the endgame revamp as well, Code? There's a bunch of other stuff I didn't build or use as well. Get a lot of stuff, a lot of different pieces with this set. Pillars and stuff. You can probably make a pretty good looking thing. But yeah, full disclosure, I obviously got given this by Funcom, so take my feelings towards it with a grain of salt. This was free for me, but if you're not a Funcom partner, you'd have to pay for it. Whether this is worth your money or not is another question. Gave me a reason to moan at Funcom for not getting a care package. Yeah, that's a shame. Shame everybody didn't get one. Never been at the end game. You've never been to the deep desert yet, Code? Oh, okay. I still have the game installed. 2 or 3 people from my guild play, so once in a while I need to log in for Landsrad voting. Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go any further than this, guys. I think now that I got my base up, I'm safe. I got all my free stuff claimed. All stored away. Thanks to the help of the extra resources as well, Wallace. I'm good now. So when the time comes, I'll come on, I'll store all my base. I'll have all my shit ready to go, and then I'll have a box to craft into something beautiful when the game is in a place that I like. But until then, this has been a brief look at Dune Awakening. Say goodbye to the beautiful cube, everybody. The sandstorm coming. Now I've got to wait this. Now I've got to watch this sandstorm roll through. What was the key to change angle from left to right? Found it. Couldn't I go to the other side as well? Just left? Oh, that is the other side. Outrageous! Turn off one of the power plants. No need for it to use the fuel you don't need. Yeah, that's true. Sleeper awakens and then goes to sleep again. Yeah.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
This is one of the best things about this game, is just being all cozy inside when the sandstorm rolls over. Yes. Well, I thought you were a Dune exclusive streamer. That's it. I'm done with you. Sorry, Sneak. I'm announcing my new favorite game. It's something called Elite Dangerous. You had some advanced tech to get cinematic shots, I remember. The advanced tech was this. As good as it gets. Can't do anything with the cinematics in this game, unfortunately. But it's a great looking game. Runs very well as well. Also be a backup game whenever they take SC down for service. Well, it would be if there was enough for me to do SDS. But I mean, I should play through the rest of the story, to be honest. That was good. Plus, it would give me probably a ton more levels. The storyline is good. If you're looking for a good, like, single player as well, this game definitely has that. But yes, I think Sneak is Dune with you. Very funny, TRF. Right, guys. Thank you for coming by, though. I do appreciate it. Thank you for coming by and joining me for another look at Dune Awakening, a brief look. I will be back tomorrow, streaming as well. I'll be streaming Star Citizen tomorrow. And we're going to place like 20 ballistas down on the ground tomorrow, and we're just going to let Piggy use them all, because he said he couldn't wait to do more ground stuff again after our last 2 highly successful SAM sites. So actually, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow yet. I was planning on doing more SAM sighting all week, but I think morale has been crushed where that is concerned. And Taki has betrayed you, Code. Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Might be a bit of a chill one. I think SAM sighting is... I think people have had enough of the SAM sighting in SC for now. Oh yeah, I know what we were going to do. We were going to do some honeypotting in caves. That was the plan. Yeah, we'll try that. We might try that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time. 6 p.m. UTC. Hope to see you there. Thank you for the support today, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for taking a look at Dune again with me. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day, whatever you get up to. Mini salutes all round. I'm going to back this base up in like 7 days, and then we'll come back to Dune when there's something else to do, I think. I'll obviously also be following the news and covering relevant stuff. Hopefully Joel gives an update on what the deep desert is going to be looking like soon as well. But until then, yes, good night. Thank you, TRF. Good night, guys. Much love. Appreciate it all. I'll see you tomorrow.